I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding. From the words I spit, so sharp, so freezing. So cold, behold, frostbite they feeling. I could tear you apart or I could go heal them. Don't believe in fate, don't believe in ceilings. I just need a taste and my mind starts feeling. I don't pace myself, I grind on kneeling. Got lust for change, I just love the feeling. I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. And I ain't gonna give up. Got too little time, I'ma live up. Head down, push forward through the tough times. Cause anything worth doing is a tough climb. Cause I'ma live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I live life for the fight, yeah, I'm here to get it. I got drive, got sight, always have a vision. I go by at night, I be in my feelings. I'ma be fine, need time, and I'll soon be winning. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing, so cold. Behold, frostbite they feeling. I could take.
Hello, beauties. Can you guys hear me okay? How is everyone? No, I wasn't muted. I had to plug in my charger, so that's why it took me a minute. But can you guys hear me good? Is it like robot-y? Let me know if it's robot-y or whatever. Mega Mouth is definitely worse. Hi, Stranger Clegan. Hey, Bill Yee. Hey, Grandmaster. Thank you. Hey, Care Bear. Hey, Monroe. Hey, Rianne. How beautiful. Hey, Kristen. Hey, Kelly. Hey, Aesop's Inspiration. It's good to see you. Hey, Susan. Tammy. Rosie B. Peony Pooh. Michaela. Hey, Sparkle. Pugs, how are you? Nikki. Jen Stevens. Victoria. Hello to everyone. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. I feel like this really is going to be a short one because I think it's hands down who the worst one is. But I think it's good to show a little bit and let people make their own decisions because everybody has their own opinion about who's worse. Not everybody thinks the same. You know, everybody has experiences. Some people go off experiences. You know, as you see, my thumbnail says Megamouth and Without a Crystal Ball. Who's worse? Then tomorrow I see that 7M won their case against her, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll go over that tomorrow. I know everybody has been going over it already. And it may be played out by now, but maybe not. Everyone has a different way of covering things, right? So, hey, Lynn, Love and Light, welcome. Hey, Kathy. But MGL is far worse. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do, and I feel like everyone has experiences. Some people have a bad experience Without a Crystal Ball, and they don't have a bad experience with Megamouth, and then some people have a bad experience with Megamouth and not a bad experience Without a Crystal Ball. I think it's all about perception, in my opinion, because one thing that I feel like is very, very important to realize is that you don't understand things fully until it happens to you. And then when it happens to you, you're like, oh shit. Now I see what everyone's talking about. And it's not because you take for granted the things that you see. Some people don't see the same things as others. Some people aren't on YouTube as much as others. it's not even that. It's not that you think, oh, this isn't going to happen to me. It's all about giving people the benefit of the doubt. There's always two sides to every story. So if there's a creator who's, talking about their experience with a creator like Megamouth, talking about their experience, right? That's their experience. But do we know the other side of the story? So everybody, especially if you think critically like I do, everyone thinks differently, right? Except for some people share the same brain. But everyone, some people are the type of person where they're like, okay, I get it. I see it. I don't want to go anywhere near her. And some other people are kind of like, no, I want to see this for myself. I'm not going to go by what everyone else says. I want to see this for myself. And neither way is wrong. Neither way is wrong. Everyone, like I said, it's perception. Everyone is entitled to think the way that they want to think, and nobody should be judged for that. I think what's the most important thing to watch for is if you continue to do the same patterns. Like if this person does you wrong, like let's just say tomorrow, Megamouth, which I would tell her to go to hell, but let's just say tomorrow she says, I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said those things. If I was to say, okay, accept your apology and just started being on her panel, y'all would be looking at me like, are you crazy, Teaya? You know what I'm saying? And I've made this instance before. I've made this example before. But the point is that if I was to go on her panel, you guys would be like, seriously, Teaya? Like, what the hell is your problem? So I think it's all comes to, if you continuously forgive a person and you keep giving them chance after chance, then that's when it's like, okay, now you deserve people not wanting to speak with you. You deserve the way that people are looking at you, right? Because you continuously you go back. Some people give second chances, I get it, but after a while, repeated patterns, it's like, okay, enough is enough, right? You deserve it now. I never heard of either until Vaughn, so my opinion is based only on the past few months. That said, in my opinion, MGL is equal to, I agree, Ditzy Diva. I agree. Hey, Cinderella, like that. That's so pretty. That's okay. Some people spell my name wrong. It's Teaya. Some people just see it as Teaya. My mom wanted to be unique and different, I guess. MGL is way worse. I can't stand KJ either, but she seems tame compared. I agree. But some people might not. I think they are both bad, but MGL has been cray-cray. What I learned about KJ and all the financial problems with the 7M case, she's horrible, innocent people's lives and future. So sad. See, there's a difference of opinion. Both, in my opinion, are just alike for me. MGL is hands down worse, but I know KJ has done some really wrong things to a lot of people. Agreed. They're both humans, but Megamouth is a disgusting, vile human, not to mention a racist and homophobic individual. Exactly. I do think also that Without a Crystal Ball has some racial tendencies too. I don't think she knows it, but she definitely does. I believe both are bad in their own ways. KJ is sneakier in her evilness. I agree with that. I'm loving these comments. I tried to take it as far up as I could. If you went on her panel, I'll tell you to. If you went on her panel, I tell you, T, to have you evaluated. I tell T to have you evaluated. Yeah. The only way I would go up on that woman's panel is to cuss her out. And you know she wouldn't let me, right? Oh, she is friends with a gay man. Who? Once you see it, becomes obvious. I agree. With that. Megamouth is going to cause someone to end their life. Not everyone is as strong as they think they are. You know, you're right, Pugs. I think that's the scary part. But then a lot of people feel that way about Without a Crystal Ball too. Hey, Down the Rabbit Hole. How are you? What's good to see you. I am new here from Science Girl. Had company, so want to check out your stream. Was one of MG's first mods and let her go. She went real life on me, but over it. Wow, I'm sorry, Elle, that you had to go through that. It seems as though she goes real life on everybody, right? And I adore Science Girl. She is literally like, I definitely see us becoming really good friends. I think she is an amazing person. She has a great personality. There's definitely things that we have difference of opinions on, but we're adults and we can respectfully disagree. But she literally, I feel like, is just an amazing woman. She really is. And in my opinion, like I said, I just think MGL is jealous of her. That's just my opinion. Okay. So first, we are going to talk about MGL. And the reason why is because hers is longer than Without a Crystal Ball. And I think when I talk about Without a Crystal Ball, the comparison is going to be a little bit shocking because, well, I'll tell you guys when I'm done. So I'm going to take you guys back. I think it's important to do that. I'm going to take you guys back to not when Megamouth was on my channel when BX. I already showed you guys that, but that was the first time I ever knew who she was. But the first time I ever really interacted with her was when and some of you guys know this story, but I'm going to show you something. The first time we ever interacted together is when the Justice for Vaughn story in the beginning. So it was probably like, 2 months ago, maybe, right in the beginning. And for some reason, she had been looking for me. Okay. There was so many people that got a hold of me. Let me tell you guys, I'm going to say at least 5 to 6 of her moderators contacted me. Okay. They contacted me on Messenger. Just on Messenger. I think one of them contacted me on Instagram. Like, I think one of them tried to get a hold of me through email. So many of her moderators were trying to get a hold of me. They're like, Molly needs you. Molly needs you. Now, the first thing I'm thinking in my head is, okay, doesn't mean I'm going to jump up just because she needs me. And I'll give you guys another story about that too. But I was like, because every mod would just say Molly needs you. But the last mod that I read, she gave me an explanation. And when she gave me her explanation, I'm like, okay, bet I definitely would like to talk to speak with Miss Letitia. So she was trying to get a hold of me, and the last mod gave me an explanation. So I said, I was at a birthday party. I went into the bathroom and I went on her panel because I did want to speak to Miss Letitia. This was the beginning of the case. You know, I was honored to speak to Miss Letitia. I felt so bad. And this was at a time when everyone was trying to do whatever they could to get the story more noticeable, more people talking about this story. So Megamouth was consoling Ms. Letitia on her panel. I think it was Megamouth and Justice for All that was on MGL's panel. So she let me up on panel. I came up on panel and I was pretty much just listening to Ms. Letitia talk because, it was obviously in the beginning, everything was fresh, everything was tough, and Ms. Letitia was crying, and I cannot remember exactly what she was crying about, but I think it was more or less she just wanted to see her son. So, like I said, I started talking about this story about a day after Megamouth and Justice for All, when I literally started talking about it the next day. So this had already happened. I was already talking about this story. So obviously I would love to be able to speak with Miss Letitia. Why she was so adamant with me coming up on panel, a lot of people have their opinions about that. and I've gotten other people's opinions about that. I still don't know. I still have a lot of questions. I think it was questionable why she wanted me on panel to begin with. Okay. But it was like seriously a sense of urgency. When you're having 5 to 6 months, try to get a hold of one person to go on panel that you've never spoken to before, never talked to or anything. Only thing that you really had was you both shared a mutual friend / mod. So of course, you know, I found it very odd that she wanted me to come up on her panel, but I'm like, that's great. Maybe our mutual friend was like, hey, my other friend, she's a smaller creator, she's covering this case, why don't you talk about this with her? It could have been any reason why she did. So regardless, I went up on panel and I spoke with Ms. Letitia. I was able to ask her a couple questions, try to console her, and obviously everyone else on panel was trying to console her. Now, I was on panel the whole time, even after Ms. Letitia left. And it was me, Justice for All, Megamouth, of course, and then there was a couple other people, and random people were coming up on panel trying to give their opinion because, like I said, we were brainstorming on how to get this case more coverage by the media, the story, more people talking about it besides just YouTubers, you know. And I'm trying to think of different, you know, things that Megamouth could do. Everyone was trying to give their opinion, and I'm still on the panel while she's having other people come up on panel. And then after about an hour of being on panel, she just kicked me off. Literally on purpose, I think. And I know it was on purpose, and I'll show you guys in a second. But literally just kicked me off. And you could tell by the way she kicked me off, it definitely was purposely, because at the end of the day, everyone who was on panel, who was visible, like Justice for All, literally was looking like, because there was no reason for her to do it. But I think that I know that she did that purposely for a reason. She literally just kicked me off panel, like, bye, Teaya, thank you, and just clicked me off. Okay. Then I purposely watched to see, okay, is she treating other people like that? And no, she didn't. The only person she treated like that was me. So right off rip, I felt some type of way about her. Okay. I just didn't care for her after that. You know, I still tried to be cordial with her, be civil with her, because we shared a friend / mod, but I still didn't look at her the same after that, because I'm like, what is her reasoning for doing something like that? And of course, there's a lot of things going through my head, but now I know exactly why she did, because then I'm going to show you guys the things that she was saying, even a couple, when was this? Yesterday, day before yesterday, when she knew Ms. Letitia was in my chat. You should have seen the things that she was saying. And she threatened me. You think I didn't get that shit recorded? Do you? Because I did. I don't take that shit lightly. And it's not her that I have a problem with. It's how irresponsible, and I said this on the Science Girls panel a couple days ago. It's not her that I have a problem with. Okay? As far as like, do what you got to do. Okay? But it's how irresponsible she is with her platform. You're very irresponsible. When you have 500 plus people watching you, you have a responsibility, and here you are inciting hate. Okay? That becomes a problem. You're literally threatening. That becomes a problem. You're literally saying you're going to come to my house. That becomes a problem when you're saying it to all of these other people. Okay? You don't know what those other people are capable of doing, nor does she care. That's called being irresponsible. Exactly. She gets her followers to do her dirty work, which is even more concerning. Okay. So hold on. I'm going to pull something up for you guys. 1 second. If you hear mute, that's just because it's on mute. And I don't like you guys to hear the clicking noises. So hold on 1 second. Oh, welcome to the Glam Fam, Science Girl. I love you. She's such a sweetheart. Thank you so much for becoming a member, sweetie. I appreciate you. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys because I've never shown you guys before when she just kicked me off panel, okay, for no reason. I know the reason now, but before I didn't know. Whoops, sorry. Hold on, I got to share that again. Didn't mean to show you guys that. Hold on. Wait a second. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Hold on, you guys. And a lot of things were done. Don't think I let that go, you guys. Do not think for 1 second that her threatening me, okay? Threatening me, you're not going to get away with that, okay? Let's just put it that way. You can't go around threatening people on the internet and think it's okay. Can you guys see it? Probably not. Damn it. Hold on. Why isn't this coming up? Hold on, you guys.
I hear.
If I can't open this, I'm going to have to figure out another way. It's never done this before. All right, let me pull this up another way because for some reason it's not showing you guys and I don't understand why, so I'm going to pull it up another way here. Yeah, in the back. Okay, I'm going to pull it up this way and hopefully this works. I probably should have screen recorded it, which if I have to, I can do that real quick, but I don't understand. For some reason, it's not letting me share it with you guys, which that's just StreamYard. StreamYard is just, that's just the way it is. There's always something wrong with StreamYard every day for me. But anyway, basically, like I told you guys, she just kicked me off, okay? And when she kicked me off, the first person that I ever spoke with that was very kind to me, that knows her very, because somebody, when I was telling the story to someone, I'm not going to say who because I don't know if they want their name mentioned, but they were like, you know what? I don't know her very well, but get a hold of Makeup Mobster. I'm like, Makeup Mobster? I'm like, I heard that name before. And they're like, get a hold of her because she has such a long history with Mega Mouse. She's like, she has a long history. So maybe she could tell you why she would do something like that. Because I was just curious. You know what I mean? And I knew, talking to our mutual friend, which I did, I told her about it. And I told her, you know, go check out that live. And of course, there's always an excuse with her. So my one friend told me, a mutual, somebody that I talked to was like, reach out to Makeup Mobster. I'm like, okay. So I reached out to her. Makeup Mobster was very, very kind. And she kind of just came up with different scenarios. She's like, she's the worst person in the world. She's like, you know, there could be multiple reasons why she could have done that. It could be because you know, you're very, very beautiful, blah, 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 blah. You know, she was just telling me different things. And I also went on somebody's panel and we talked about it. And I was able to speak to Burnt Toast and Muzz. If you guys know who that is, Muzz. They had their own opinion. So everybody had their own opinions. And every person who had their opinion, it wasn't good. Okay? It wasn't good. They all were like, why was she specifically trying to reach out to you to come up on her panel? She doesn't even know you. So why was it that she was like, I need Teaya, I need Teaya, I need Teaya. And because you needed me, you thought I was going to jump. The only reason why I chose to take a little time out from the birthday party and make that sacrifice is because Ms. Letitia was on panel. And I felt like, okay, I'm talking about this story. I would love to be able to talk to Ms. Letitia. And plus, she was under stress. So I'm like, okay, let me see what I can do to get on the panel. However, I wouldn't have just went on her panel if Ms. Letitia wasn't up there. So that's the only reason why I went on her panel. Okay, so let me see if I can figure out.
We're going to go outside for you. So I don't know. I just keep thinking, I've always had a bad feeling about her.
Hold on. I think I figure out what I'm going to do. Why is it doing that, you guys? This is so weird. Oh, I get it. I get why it won't let me share it like that. Okay, let's do it this way then. I'll just do it this way. So anyway, everybody had their own opinion as to why they felt that she did it. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt like it was probably one of the most shadiest things that I've ever seen a creator do, because why would you? It's not as if I asked to come up on her panel. She asked me to come up. You know what I'm saying? So you asked me to come up.
I mean, even if you need to verify.
You asked me to come up, and then I come up on your panel only for you to kick me off for no reason at all. So when she did that, I kept my distance from her. Even though I spoke about Without a Crystal Ball, because Without a Crystal Ball was attacking Megamouth at this time, and they were attacking each other, it looked like I was defending her, Megamouth, but I wasn't defending her. I was just defending what I thought was right. And it just so happened that at that time, it was making Megamouth look innocent, and she was nowhere near innocent, nowhere near it. But I kept cordial with her, you know, out of respect. We had a mutual friend, and I would want someone to do that for me. Let's just say Science Girl and Sparkle didn't get along. Okay, but I would still expect them to respect the fact that they may not get along, but they're both friends with me. And if they're both friends with me, then at least be respectful, you know, and try to keep it cordial with each other for the sake of our friendship. I want to treat others the way I want to be treated. I don't want to be just treated, you know, any type of way. And I don't think others should be treated that way either. So the only way, okay, I'm just going to have to do this real quick. All right. Hold on. Okay, now pay close attention to this panel, okay? And just pay attention to what she does. Now, mind you, just to give you context, and I will put this, if she still has it up, I will put this particular live stream in the description. And just keep in mind that I was on her panel for probably about an hour, close to an hour, trying to brainstorm and help people just come together to try to figure out what was best for Miss Letitia. And this is what happened. And this is my first experience with her.
We're going to go outside for you. She was on. So I don't know. I just keep thinking, I've always had a bad feeling about her. Just watching her, I never thought I could have a bad feeling like this, but I think there's something more to her. I just cannot like put my finger on it. It's like one of those needles in your thigh that you just can't get to.
Thanks, Teaya.
Yeah, but just keep me still.
Okay.
Anonymous, and anything I hear or see, you know, I mean, even if you need to verify time or something.
All right.
Not like no, but a little bit. Come on, kid. But yeah, I'm watching you live right now, and I can hear the comments. I'm like, wait a minute.
Oh my
Some of the
God.
stuff like.
You guys couldn't hear that? Did you guys hear it or no? Oh, wow. What the fuck? She just dropped her. That's nuts. Okay, so just want to make sure that you guys were able to hear it. So basically, that was my first experience with her. I literally was on her panel. Everyone else was on her panel. Literally, she was, you know, because when you go on someone's panel, if someone comes on my panel, especially if I invite them up, I'm not going to say, bye, thanks, and just drop them off. Everyone else had that opportunity to say, thank you so much for having me on panel, blah, 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 blah. But what she did was she literally just kicked me off, you know, in a very abrupt way. Like there was something that was going on or whatever, which there was nothing going on. And if you could see the look on Justice for All's face, you can tell even he was like, well, why did you do that? You know what I mean? So that was basically my first experience with her. So you guys have to understand that you have people, don't always look at things from the outside, you guys. You know, you don't know what goes on behind the scenes. And I understand that standing on the outside in, you definitely, I don't know, you look at things in a different way, you know, but it's never exactly what you think it is. Okay. Everyone else that went up on her panel after me, because I just hung out just to see, okay, is she treating anybody else like that? No, it was just me. So she's the one who said exactly, Sparkle. She's the one who said, I need her on my panel. It was like an urgent situation. Oh my God, where's Teaya? Where's Teaya? Where's Teaya? It was almost as if she just had me go up there. Maybe she thought, you know, to me, she seems like a very manipulative. She is very manipulative. I don't want to say seems like. She's very, very manipulative. So in my opinion, what I think is anybody could have said to her, you know, wow, this would be a great opportunity for Teaya to get exposure. Okay. Somebody could have said that to her. It could have been our mutual friend that said that. Like, hey, you know, why don't you guys, she is talking about this. Why don't you? And I think that she did that more or less as a setup. Okay. Just to more or less antagonize me and to make me feel like I'm less than. That's what I feel like that's what she was trying to do. Of course, it didn't work, but I think that was, excuse me, her plan. And once I seen that she wasn't treating other people like that, because of course, behind the scenes, the excuse was made, oh, she was having a bad day that day. You know, everybody was getting on her nerves, blah, 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 blah. So that excuses her to treat me like that. Right. But that's just the way that she is. So you guys are looking from the outside in thinking, go ahead. You're going to learn the hard way with her. You're going to learn the hard way with her, not knowing. That's what I'm saying. Don't ever judge a book by its cover. Don't think that you know what's going on when you don't. Just because you think that you see things, you don't. You don't know what's going on. Because while you're standing on the outside looking in saying, you're going to learn about her, you're going to learn about her, you're going to learn the hard way. I already knew. I just did whatever that I could because I thought someone was a friend. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to try my best to look at this in a different way because at the end of the day, this is my friend and this is somebody that she cares about. And I would do that for anybody. So once she did that, I never cared for her after that. I never cared for her. I tried to keep my distance from her. Even when she would come into my chat, I didn't even like when she came into my chat. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I didn't. Because once I'm the type of person, once you show me who you are, I believe you. I believe you. Now, there were times where she would do something funny and be like, you know what? Mega Mouse is pretty funny. You know, she seems like she's pretty funny. You know, there'll be some times that I'm like, okay, maybe I do need to, you know, second chances, they exist if you want them to. But there's just still too many things that I could never get past. And day by day, she would show that woman doesn't deserve a second chance. So if you're the type of person and you're in the predicament where you feel like maybe you should give her a second chance, think again. She's definitely not a person to give the second chances to. Okay. I noticed and saw that Teaya knew, and that's why I continue to follow Teaya. Otherwise, I wouldn't have. I laughed at MGL for completely not noticing. Thank you. Some people didn't. Like, some people would say, well, you stick up for her. No, I wasn't sticking up for her. It just happened to be at that time. And I still am the type of person where no matter how much I dislike someone, if you're wrong, you're wrong. I don't care. If you're wrong, you're wrong. If you're right, you're right. Even if I dislike a person, if they do wrong, I'm going to say it. But if they do right, I'm going to say it too. There are definitely a lot of things that Without a Crystal Ball did wrong at that time to Ms. Letitia. And it just happened to be that Without a Crystal Ball made that first shot. Even though Molly has done a lot of things to Without a Crystal Ball. Without a Crystal Ball did it first. Okay. It's just the truth, you guys. She's the one who put up her mugshot and all of those things. So it was more or less like, you know, Mega Mouth getting her karma. But in the same sense, at that time, it looked that way, but it was never that way. That's why every single time that I would talk about this, when it came to Without a Crystal Ball, whatever, I always tried to tell you guys, this is not me defending her. This is not me defending Mega Mouth, because she's just not the type of person that I would ever defend. And I knew that people were looking at it that way. I knew they were. So that was my first interaction with her. And it was a horrible interaction. And from that moment, I never ever cared about her. But I think it's more or less confirmed now because of how upset she was just because Ms. Letitia was in my chat the other day. Why are you upset? So I'm going to let you guys hear a couple other things, okay? And a couple other things, and then we will move on to Without a Crystal Ball. It says, she is racist, also in my opinion. In my opinion, she is too. That's just my opinion, and everybody's entitled to their own opinion. Yes, and she was informed about the birthday party. Was she? Yes, Orion, I was the only Black woman invited. Yes. Were you there, Charlene? Okay. LC says, unless one is rude, I have zero tolerance for creators to be rude to their guests and subs who make their channel. Amen. I agree with that. She's done this to Robin. It's disgusting. Yeah, and I'm not saying that she did that at that particular. I think it was more or less her trying. I feel like she's just that type of person that tries to break people, you know, especially certain types of people. And that's just the indication that I got off of her. And a lot of people said that. And I wanted to talk to people that knew her. And a lot of people that knew her personally and knows how she is was like, this is what she does, especially with people like you. You know what I mean? When she has people on her panel, when she gets disinterested in what you're saying, she stops listening, looks at her phone the whole time. Yes, very ignorant. Oh, thank you, Sparkle. Thank you, Cindy. I'm so glad you're on camera. I love to see your expressions when you talk. Thank you, Hope. Teaya always looking like a snack. Thank you, Rianne. That was horrible treatment. It was. Now you guys have to understand why I felt the way I felt. I've always felt this way about her. I just didn't know her the way other people did. Thank you, Ella Bella. I like your name. Thank you, Stella. You guys are so sweet. Jealous of anywhere it's getting cold. It is getting very cold here, Stranger Clegan. Very cold. I think it was like maybe in the 40s today, 30s. My opinion, she thought you being a Black woman would help her case with Vaughn's family, taking her help because she didn't really know them. That is somebody else said that to me. That's yep. Yep. Thank you, Riley Brown. I think she's rude to the majority of her guests. She is. And that's why I said I don't necessarily think that it had anything to do. I think she was using the fact that I very much agree with shove it till the 20th. Little shove it till the 20th. That's cute. I very much agree. Like if I was to think of it, it makes sense that that's why she would do something like that. So anyways, now I'm going to pull up some other stuff to show what a horrible person this woman is. Okay. And it's not as if you guys don't know. Y'all know. Y'all already know. But I'm just going to tell you. Chronicles of the Shady. You're a beautiful, intelligent woman. Keep doing you. Thank you so much, Chronicles of the Shady. I appreciate that. I like your name. You guys come up with the most creative names. Teaya, you were there to represent. That's what I think. Okay, so hold on one second, and I'm going to pull up something else. Come off camera really quick, so hold on. Okay, let me rewind this. Pause it. Okay, so this was a live from a couple days ago. And just listen to what she says. This is when she's talking about me and Ms. Letitia being in my chat. Day before yesterday, okay? You know I have this saved, right?
Shut your fucking bitch ass mouth up before I go over there and fucking do it for you.
She's terrible. She's absolutely terrible.
She's a shitty fucking person. She's just like KJ. And she wants to talk about fucking KJ. KJ is looking pretty fucking good at the moment compared to you, you bitch. No. Shut your fucking bitch ass mouth up before I go over there and fucking do it for you.
She's terrible. She's absolutely terrible.
She's a shitty fucking person. She's just like KJ. And she wants to talk about fucking KJ. KJ is looking pretty fucking good at the moment compared to you, you bitch. No. Shut.
Somebody was triggered just because Ms. Letitia was in my chat. Why so triggered though? Why so triggered? And let me tell you something. There is so much proof to back up who you are, Megamouth, Molly Go Lightly, Molly Go Doxy, okay? There's so much proof out there to prove what type of person you truly are. But let's be real here. There is nothing out there that will ever show that I am anywhere near the monster that you are. I have never doxed anyone, nor would I ever dox anyone. I have never, ever mentally and verbally tried to abuse people, cyberbullying constantly 24/7 on the fucking YouTube. I would never do those types of things. That's you. It has been proven who you are. So that's why all you people who come into my chat and say, look at it this way, or why are you trying to hold Molly responsible for defending Miss Letitia? She's been defending her this whole time. But now that it's no longer beneficial to her pockets, you're not defending her no more. That's what I'm talking about. And I'm allowed to express my opinion any fucking time I want to, okay? And to sit there and think that I care about what you think of me, a monster like you, I would never care what somebody like you who hurt people every single day thinks of me. Just like even you making derogatory comments towards transgender women. Okay? That is you projecting your self-image issues onto me and others. Okay? Especially others who choose to wear makeup. Because when you first came into the community, that's what people thought you were. Let's be real here. You have very masculine features. That's you projecting your self-image issues onto me. And you want to know what? I don't care. I don't care what you think. But what I do care about is when you start threatening people. Because you are on your platform with all of those damn people, and you don't know what those people are capable of doing. You have no fucking clue. But to sit there and call me a bitch, do you think I care if you call me a bitch? Do you? I am a bitch. If you fuck with me, I am a bitch. And I will be the worst bitch that you have ever met in your whole entire life. Because I don't play little silly games going back and forth on the internet. I don't do that. I don't have to bash people for their looks. I don't have to do those things that you do. So, miss me with the bullshit, okay? But the threats, you see, I handle things with my brain, with my intelligence, okay? I don't handle things by running my mouth constantly on the internet. So, show you a couple more other things, and then I will show you without a crystal ball. And I want to also do something else too. I can be. If you get on my bad side, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's not many people who get on my bad side. But with this woman, I think she is a horrible person. I think she is a horrible person, but this is my experience with her. These are the experiences that I'm having with her. However, I'm not the only one who has had this experience with her. Okay. I'm pretty sure I've lost count of how many people have had a negative experience with this woman. I have lost count at this point. The fact that people can still support this woman with all the things that she says and does and doxes people and blatantly admits it. You literally blatantly admit it, and we have it. You admitted to doxing my moderator. Those are the types of people that make me upset. Thinking that you can do whatever the fuck you want to do and there are no consequences. keep doing it and think that there's not going to be any consequences, because YouTube eventually will pay attention. They will. Okay, so hold on one second here. And this is just me talking about my experience with her. When I show you Without a Crystal Ball, I don't have an experience with Without a Crystal Ball. I don't. But I've watched other people's experiences with her. And also, you know, I've had experience with her in like comment sections or her blocking me because she didn't like what I said. But as far as like having a personal experience with her, no, I haven't. So the things that I've watched, though, is obviously bad. And look at how many lawsuits she's been in. I think that speaks for itself as well. Oh, thank you so much, the panel, for the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. Okay, so hold on one second. Let me pull one more thing up. I like you too, LB. I think you're a sweet person. Hold on, you guys. I cannot find what I'm looking for. Thank God I'm going through this really fast, though, huh? There's so much, you guys. There's just so much information that it's ridiculous. But it's all documented, and it's going to stay documented because I will take things legally. Just like what Science Girl said. And there's a lot of things that Science Girl says that sticks with me. And there's one thing that she said tonight that stuck with me. And she said, if you do anything to me, the way that you did to all of the other people that she has doxed, swatted, okay? All of those other people that she has done things to, don't think that I would just sit on that. I would not. I would take things legally. I would. What's going on with what are you guys talking about with LB? Hold on. Let me read what you guys are saying. Just hold on a second. I would not expect people to hold Molly accountable for something I did or said. So it's kind of weird that people are trying to come at me about those things she has done or said. Who's trying to come at you for that, LB? I don't think anybody is trying to come at you. I think most people are just, yeah, you're welcome here. Always. I think some people, what I can say, LB, is that I do know that some people have tried to warn you, but in that same sense, you haven't had a bad experience with them. Okay. No, this I know what you're saying, LB. I think you haven't really had a horrible experience with Mega Mouth. That's what we call it here. So it might be hard for you to understand some of the horrible things that she's done. But she has. And I think some people are more or less like, please pay attention to these things, because please be aware of these things. Just so that these are things that you will know in case it ever happens to you. You know, I don't think, as long as you don't ever speak out against her, you don't have anything to worry about. This all started with me, LB, because I said that a report was real. That's it. Once I said this report was real, she came into my chat, had her other people unsubscribe from me, and it was a wrap. So I just think that there's, just be careful. We all like you here. And I think more or less some people are just worried for you. That's all, because we know how she is. Let me keep looking on this, okay? And shout out to my mod for calling me so quick. Sorry about that. I think I'm off my A game today because I'm so pissed off. All right, let me see if I can find the couple other clips. If I can't find them, I'll just turn them into a video and then we can move on. Because MGL puts words in LB's mouth. Yeah, I definitely understand that. Yeah, I think most people are just more or less concerned. And the same people did that with me too. Same people came to me, out of concern, like, hey, just be aware, blah, 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 blah. And I think that's what people are more or less trying to do with you. Rianne, I think it's a clip where day before yesterday, where she was saying a whole bunch of stuff. I think Sparkle sent me a couple of the clips, but we talk so much that I'm sure it's probably too far up, but I'm just going to show a couple other things and then we're going to move on. But that's all. I think more or less people were just concerned. That's all. LB is her own person. She can make her own opinions. Thank you for keeping the chat respectful. Absolutely. Elle lets people decide on her own. Elle lets people decide on their own. She doesn't have to have a side layoff. No, I don't think she has to have a side. I think it's just more important for her to just be careful, because this is not, I feel like this is a dangerous woman. So just be careful. And that's just me saying that to you because I like you, you know? Did you? Okay, I will check that. We love you here, but understand that you didn't have a bad experience with her. As an adult, you should be able to support both. You're a sweetie, and we don't want you to hurt. Absolutely not. We like you over here. I hope that she doesn't say anything to you for being over here because she did that to Miss Letitia. So, just be careful and don't let anybody else make your decisions for you. And do your own due diligence, do your own research, and understand that I am an adult and I can admit when I'm wrong, and I did not do anything wrong in this situation at all. So, I just want you to be careful, and I don't want anything or any problems for you just because you're in my chat either. Okay. So I'm going to pull something else up and show you guys real quick, and then we'll move on to Without a Crystal Ball, because I think you guys get the point about her. There's a lot of clips that I have that was horrible day before yesterday, that she was that triggered that Ms. Letitia was in my chat. So, and there was some horrible things said, and you better believe I got it because it's something that I needed to have. And that's it. So I want to show you guys something else that's very interesting to me, because why is it that you continuously lie? I mean, is there ever any point where you do tell the truth or no? I mean, do you ever tell the truth? In any situation, any way, shape, or form, is there ever any truth to you? So let me pull this up real quick, which I'm so sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but just to call it out real quick. So I guess Miss Clickbait, she had to have deleted it. But I'm sure you guys have recently seen that it seems as though some people are just desperate for views. Because why is it that you're putting updates on Dre McCray from videos in 2000, or not even 2000, in July 2nd or 3rd, 3 months ago. You're putting updates from 2 months ago, but saying it's a recent update. Doing all of this clickbait on your channel just to get views. And it'll say, watch till the end. Like, I don't see it on here, so I don't understand why. Hold on. I don't understand why I don't see it on here. Either she deleted it, or I don't know. Hold on, let me see if it's on this one. All this clickbait. Like, what is the point of that? To do so much clickbait for no reason. Well, we know what the reason is, but clickbait 101. Is it from today, Sure Girl? I don't know. No, I think it was from a couple days ago. It said update. I think it said update on Dre McCray. And then you click on it, you know, for the update, and it's literally just nothing. It's a video, and it's somebody else's content too. I don't see it on here because I'm looking now and I don't see it on here. I don't know why, but I don't. But it's very, very much clickbait, and it'll say watch till the end, and it's literally like somebody else's content, and you can't just take somebody else's content like that, you guys. Like, you have to, you know, have some type of commentary on it or something. Like, you're literally
apparently
oops, sorry. You're literally just taking someone else's content and screen recording it and turning it into clickbait, saying that it's a recent update, and it's not a recent update. It's a video from July in her supporters group. Okay? So that's not an update, right? I'm sure this clip channel has to have it, because clickbait is not okay. Well, I mean, some YouTubers do clickbait. I mean, I think it's okay depending upon what it is. But to just have clickbait and say that there's a recent update on Dre McCray, I would just say that that's somebody desperate for content. I mean, wouldn't you guys? That's just somebody who is desperate, trying to find content, trying to, you know, get clipped or to use other people's content. And we all know how much Megamouth has gained from this whole situation, you know, from the whole story. I don't know how much money she's made, but we all know that she has more than likely made a lot of money off of this story, right? It's how she gained more subscribers. It is how she has, you know, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, I'm not saying that there's nothing wrong with making money or anything like that. But Oh, the nonsense has it? Okay. I don't think there's anything wrong with making money or anything like that, but I'm just saying when you're using clickbait, it can be very off-putting, and I don't understand why you think what are you talking about, Phoenix? Lie about what? Hey, Kisme. It's good to see you, sweetie. It's cruel to do it with so many people who care and are waiting for an update. Exactly. DTRH said she made over 18. Really? 18K? Are you sure about that? Did she prove it? I unsubscribed to that channel. I can watch her drama if I feel like it in 8 other channels. I refuse to give her the numbers. Amen, Liza. And another thing too, to be very clear here, first of all, Phoenix, I'm not lying, okay? And I'm going to show you right now, okay? There is a video that she put up, and it's clickbait. Just because you don't see it up on her channel doesn't mean it doesn't exist. All right. Hold on, let me pull it up here. And although I don't agree with everything that the Nonsense channel says, there are some things that she visibly, calls out. And especially when it comes to Megamouth, and I appreciate that. Can you guys hear me? Sorry, I was on mute. She would always say she wasn't going to make much money on it. That's I would just like to say that is a huge amount of money, and that's good. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with making money, but as long as you're not pimping somebody, exploiting someone for your own financial gain, there's a difference. It's on Playboard, and she showed the AdSense check. Oh, okay. Thank you, Pugs. Okay. And for all of you people who keep coming in here, and I'm sure that they're being blocked, shout out to my mods. All of you people who keep coming in here and saying, why are you so obsessed? You better go over there and check that with your leader, because this all started with her. She opened this can of worms, okay? She's the one who started talking. She's the one who's been making derogatory comments. She's the one, okay, who's been inciting all kinds of hate and chaos. Don't come in here in my comment section trying to blame that on me. I mean, you can. If that helps you sleep better at night, go ahead. Keep saying that. But that's not the way it works. I know that's what you want to think, okay? But that's not what it is. Wow, 18K. Yes, my mods are amazing. They're absolutely amazing. Okay. What in the hell? Something's going on with my YouTube. See, that's why I don't like anybody messing with my computer, because every time I go on my computer, I'm on a completely different account. You don't have to log out of my account to go onto another one. Hold on, you guys. I'm not even on my own damn here. There I am. You can. Absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, you guys. I can't even pull anything up. My son got a hold of my computer and literally, oh boy. Let me see something here. Sorry, you guys. This is such bullshit. My son got in my computer because he had to do his homework and he logged out of my account. So I'm sitting here going through YouTube and wondering why I can't see the stuff. And I'm like, what the hell? That's why. Oh, thank you so much, Rianne. Oh, you don't have to do that. Thank you, beautiful. I like your hair. What color is that? That's like a green and purple, and that's beautiful. Thank you. You're just an amazing person. Thank you so much. I'm very, very blessed to have the people I have, and not because of that. But thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. Hold on. I'm going to try one more thing here. Like, this isn't even a YouTube account. Hold on, you guys. I'm sitting here like, where's my channel? Where's everything? Now I know. Got it. Okay. Okay, I think I got it. Sorry. Technical difficulties here. This was not something that I planned on happening, you guys, but shit happens when you're live. That's all I can say. Shit happens. That's why people do videos, so they don't have to worry about this type of stuff. All right. Okay, so let's show this one, okay? Thank you, Terry Wilkerson. Thank you so much for the super chat. Did I miss something? I'm sorry, you guys. I'm so lost here. Thank you so much for the super chat, Terry. I appreciate you. Thank you guys all for being so supportive, and thank you for being patient. I appreciate it. It's not like I wasn't ready. I'm just, when somebody else goes into your computer, this is what happens. I'm literally logged out of everything. So weird. Okay, so I want to show you guys this. So this is a channel called Tell Me Something, and I've shown you a couple videos from her, and I want to show you a couple more. I will put her link in the description below. She's absolutely amazing. And there was actually something that she had missed in one of her live streams, and she it was just a little bit of confusion on her part, and she changed that, which was really nice of her. Just out of respect, she changed it. So I am going to show you something and just show you some things in general of why she is the way she is. Okay. Why people look at her the way that they do.
Ridiculous. Like 26 different exams for the medical field. Things that I'm not even going to have to be dealing with. Like how to deal with patients and stuff that nurses have to deal. You know what I mean? I thought to myself, this is just ridiculous, but I just kept doing it and I passed it. I got an A, exactly. Not an A plus, I got an A minus, just an A. But I'm okay with that. I think that's wonderful. So now, if you ever need anybody to help you in any medical area, I could be like, I'm here. And okay, think of all the doctors that I'll be working with before.
And it's the only way she can, is by coming up with a lie. She lies.
Okay, so the title of this clip, thank God, shout out to the clip channels. The title of this clip is, I don't know if you've seen one or two. If you didn't see one or two, let me know and I will play one or two. They're just short clips, but this is about all of the people that she has talked about badly, doc spread rumors about, all of these things. These are all of the people that she has done this to, and this is part 3. She has 3 of them, 1, 2, and 3. Make sure you guys go subscribe to her. She's amazing. Child of God, thank you for the super chat, child of God. I appreciate you. I love your name. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you guys for the love. I appreciate it. Okay.
Lies about everybody. I'm gonna tell you.
I help people.
She wants to cause drama. And it's the only way she can, is by coming up with a lie. She lies about everybody.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, Barnyard. With friends like you, who needs enemies? What's coming out of your mouth lately? People are really side-eyeing you. You know what? You really are another disappointment. Barnyard, you're such a phony. With friends like you, no one needs enemies. Yeah, it's just you're just putting lipstick on a pig, honey. But fuck you, Barnyard. You really are a piece of trash. Because you know what? You've been so sneaky. So sneaky. And that's what I don't like. You have been sneaky to the core. Well, I'm not going to entertain this. You're a liar. You're a fake. You're a phony.
Ooh, that Dr. Latina. Oof. I had a bad feeling about her in Chicago. You want to know something? I feel bad for her. I feel bad for Dr. Latina. I won't lie. Because you want to know something? You know how this YouTube shit goes. They are going to come after her. I'm telling you, they're going to come after her. And you know what I mean. They're going to fuck with her life and her job. Because if she's been making a lot of enemies, something's off. I mean, how are you going to be a doctor and be interested in this kind of shit? Like my husband, my husband doesn't know who she is, but my husband, if he knew what was going on, he'd be like, hold on a second. Like, you're telling me a woman with a PhD is wrapped up in drama on YouTube. She was on a channel, she talked about how her daughter was in boarding school. She was accepted. I'm like, Why would you put your daughter in boarding school? She's like, it's not your business. Yes, that is true. It's not my business. But you also don't want to say that your kid is in boarding school.
Now, let me tell you something. Dr. Latina. A lot of people know your fucking information. And these people are fucking crazy. Why are you getting mixed up with these fucking lowlifes? When you got your shit together? Are you bored out of your fucking minds? Listen, if this 60-year-old grown woman wants to cry, I got my life together, I don't need this, blah, 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 blah. Why don't you end it now? End it now. Clear your name, because I'm telling you, we don't know who's fucking crazy and who isn't. Listen, Dr. Latina, your information has been fucking out there. People don't like you. And haven't did you ask for something about why your kid was in a fucking one of those group home things, boarding school, just like it's none of your business. Whoa, excuse me, but from what I know, people that put their kids in boarding schools, they don't want their kids.
You're so glad that you got here for chat. Aw, you just finished watching me. Yes, I heard there was a total shit show over at Michelle's. So what page are we on? What page are we on? I mean, as adults, as responsible adults, we have to decide here. Are we exploiting her mental disabilities, or are we enjoying her mental manic illness? Oh, I heard cringy. I heard a little bit, but this is it. This is really what it comes down to. And I'm sure my husband would agree. So are we going to cling on to this girl because she's mental and it's funny to us? Because as far as I'm concerned, I'm the only one that ever actually, and Justin too, I think we're the only ones that she's exploiting herself. Okay. So does that make it okay?
You're full of shit. You've been doing nothing but exploiting this woman. You have video after video on this woman, knowing that this woman is going through a lot. And you throw it up in her face. You literally went on her channel and exposed your 61, however old you are. You're still elderly, in my opinion. You went on her channel and showed your breast. What are you looking for your audience's approval for? Okay. What are you looking for their approval for? If you know you're doing the right thing. Okay. You're not doing anything but exploiting this woman for financial gain, like you do with everyone else.
So I'm going to drop the link. Tell me if that's okay. Oh yeah, Adrian, now you're a sex trafficker. And who have you trafficked that is unbeknownst to me, and you're not a real, you are not a broker. That's fine. We can deal with that. All right, sure. And you are not a banker. You're not in finance at all. You're just a CPA. So this whole time I've been lying to you. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah. So this whole time, I think the guy's only been a CPA for about a year. Adrian, how long have you had your CPA?
Let's get this clear, Mega Mouth. Sorry, but I still think she looks like B. Arthur. That's just my opinion. I'm not talking about B. Arthur as the person. I think she looks like her. You're sitting here and you're constantly using your husband's accomplishments as your own. Your husband is the accomplished one, not you.
License? Excuse me. Who's shitting your Cheerios? Thank you. What'll happen in a couple of days is they'll peel off. They're just touched up. They're just touched up. This is the second touch up I've had. So in a couple of days, they'll peel off and they'll look magnifique. And then I did the eyeliner. So right now, if I look a little greasy, it's because I have a bunch of ointments all over my face. She had a BBC Omar and she told him she was going to put a what? What? Nuh-uh. If you would have reported that right at that moment, she would have been taken down last night. Hello?
Hi, can you hear me?
Hi, who's this?
You want my real name?
No, I just don't know who you are.
Oh, I'm on YouTube. I'm just a subscriber.
Oh, hi. Nice to meet you.
That's all. I mean, I can give you my real name if you
No,
want.
you don't have to give me your real name. It's fine.
Oh, okay. No,
Jessica.
I was just gonna say Jessica.
I'm only kidding.
It's another J name though. You're close.
It's fine.
No, I was just gonna say that she got that phone call yesterday while she was on her live, and the guy on the phone said that he was Omar's friend and that you gave him her phone number.
That's impossible.
Like that's. I mean, I don't know if you watched.
Impossible.
Did you watch it?
I watched the beginning. I couldn't get through the whole thing. Let's see. Let's look.
It was a little hard. It was towards the end.
Yeah, it was disgusting. Michelle. All right, so I have a Michelle W, a Michelle from Northport, a Michelle H, and a Michelle that cleans my house. I don't have Michelle's number. Has she given it to me? Yes. Have I given it to her? Absolutely not. No, I've never given her number away.
Yeah, the guy called, like the guy was calling, like where it came up on the caller ID, it just said wireless caller. And then she would answer the phone and he would say, like, who is this? And she said, Michelle. And then she said, who is this? And he said, this is Omar's friend. Molly gave us your number. Molly told us to call you.
That's a lie.
Thank you so much. Enjoy my life. I appreciate you. Thank you for the super chat. And yes, this will always be a safe place for you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you so much. She's just a disgrace and a poor excuse of him. Exactly.
And he said, this is Omar's homeboy. He called probably 5 or 6 times.
Oh wow, that actually sounds like someone from YouTube. And I can probably guess who.
He said,
I can be all now.
He said he was from
long enough.
I'm not sure. He said he was from Compton. He said he was Omar's friend. Like he was like name dropping.
I don't know. Do we have Omar's number? Hold on.
So I just wanted to make you aware of that because there was a lot of people on there that were like, wait a second. Why?
Let's call Omar.
Is that the real Omar?
Yeah, I'm gonna call the real Omar. Hold on. Let's ask Omar. Let's just ask him. Oh yeah. My husband is claiming that he's from Compton and giving Michelle's number.
No.
Oh, hold on. Hi, Omar. It's Molly Golightly. Can you call me back when you can? Thanks. All right.
I just wanted to make you aware of that because I'm sure there's.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I hear you had not sat through the whole 17-hour live, so yeah, it was towards the end. She answered the phone like I don't know, a million times. So that's it. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
Bye. She set the calls up. She's so desperate. She said that Walter was trafficking women from Ukraine and have them living in the third. Nobody lives in the third house. No one's going to be living in the third house for a really long time. It's so old that all the floors and everything, the doors, the windows are all being replaced. Why am I not surprised? Are you surprised by the girl that has been on YouTube?
Why continue to bother this woman though? Why? Here's my thing. Yes, be careful with using any kind of words that you definitely know you shouldn't be using. Don't spell it out. You can abbreviate or put stars in it to spell it out, but don't spell out the whole word because YouTube will see that. Is it echoing? Okay, hold on. I want to see something else here.
I help people.
Mistake in my previous video.
I help people.
I need to correct a mistake in my previous video, titled, They're All Jealous of Me, Part 1. The RuPaul person MGL was talking about was Teaya Symone. At that time, I thought she was talking about another content creator. I tried searching for RuPaul and Molly Golightly on YouTube without any hits. Now I know why. Thank you, Teaya, for letting me know. I will include the previous clip in this video.
Now is the absolute truth and the total truth. Teaya, what you have done in the past week, what I've learned of you in the past week, I was absolutely very shocked. When I first saw you, did I think you were very nice? Absolutely. Did I question if you were a woman? Yes. And many people in my chat said the same thing last night. I'm sorry if you were offended by that. I never really told anybody because I felt bad that the first time that I saw you, my first look at you, I just didn't think. And I think it was because of the makeup. All right, now you want to talk about someone I used to life coach, Aaron Carter. Aaron Carter's not going to talk to you, okay? Me and Aaron were just talking 2 days ago, okay? Aaron's never going to talk to you, girl, ever.
Why are they talking about Aaron Carter?
It's RuPaul. RuPaul is going to be talking about Aaron.
Okay.
Listen, sweetheart, you're getting desperate. You're getting desperate. Now you want the people that are trying to hurt Letitia, and now you want the Molly Golightly haters. Guess what? You've just guaranteed your channel to run straight into a wall. And I am now, and now for the people that you have hurt, they're gonna pop a bottle of fucking champagne because I'm gonna send both of them a bottle of champagne. Because you have just, now that you have made your channel into Molly Golightly, you're never gonna make fucking money. And I love it, RuPaul. I love it. I fucking love it. Keep talking about me.
Tell her she better have it all correct because Aaron will look at it and make sure it's all correct.
No, Aaron won't give her the time of fucking day. But I'll tell you what, Aaron will come to me.
A good
and talk
cease.
to me. And Aaron knows that I am in his back pocket at all times. And guess what? I'm there for Nick as well. And I'm there for Nick and his wife anytime. I'm there for Scott Baio and his wife at any time. I'm there for their attorneys as well at any time. Okay? Absolutely. I've been an open book for a long time. There's nothing you can say that these people haven't heard in a long time. So all you're going to do is make me look better, and you're going to make yourself look like a fool. So carry on. You're going to make me richer. When you start getting all the Molly Golightly psychos, remember, that's it. You just crashed your car into a wall. RuPaul will do anything to get back up to 5K. She's so desperate. But it turns out Teaya did 2 of my Patreons really bad.
So I ask you, who's worse? Is it me? Am I worse? You see, I already know about your story. The day that I chose to be transparent with my audience and told my audience, my supporters, the truth and told them, hey, let me show you. I sent for this report. This report is indeed real. I don't know why she continues to say that it's fake. I think now I know why she did. And it's mostly because she's saying it's fake because it doesn't fit her narrative. A lot of what's in that report is because of her. So, thank you, Stranger Clegan. Here's to having the class, not to have trash like here's to having the class, not the trash, to have Carters on your channel. Plus, you're amazing. Thank you, Stranger Clegan. Thank you guys all. I love you so much. Thank you. I'm very, very blessed. Thank you so much, Stranger Clegan. I love you. So when I chose to be transparent with my supporters, because they deserve transparency, because I've been talking about this case, when I chose to be transparent that night, she went live and did hate speech towards transgender women. Okay. Now, when she did hate speech towards transgender women, you know what she wanted me to do? She wanted me to flip out. She wanted me to be offended by that. She wanted me to lose my shit because it's projection. When she first came into this community, that's what people thought Molly was. And she doesn't even wear makeup. People thought that Molly was a man. And the reason why she did that to me is because she thought, probably like she did when people thought that she was a man, she thought that I was going to lose it. Okay. And be like, oh my God, no, I'm not. No. And I didn't. I let her go ahead on with her little rant. It might have been not that same night, but the following night. I let her go ahead on with her little rant. Okay. And we ignored her. Yes, people had their opinions about her, but for the most part, we ignored her. And pretty much pretended as though what she was saying didn't exist, because that's not offensive to me. Okay. What's offensive to me is that she says it to me to insult me. And you're saying that because you're trying to say that transgender women are not women. And that's why you say that to me. Okay. So that's why she continues to say it and continues to say it, because she's trying to trigger me, because she was triggered when people called her a man. But that's not triggering me. That's not what upsets me. What upsets me is that she's trying to act as though that transgender women are just these horrible people and I should be offended by that. And that's not the case. I don't care what you call me. You can call me whatever you want to, because at the end of the day, for you to talk about the women that you talk about, for someone who looks like you, you just lost all credibility with me. Because at the end of the day, if you're going to sit up on your high pedestal and judge other women for the way that they look, you better be the most beautiful fucking woman in the entire universe. So, no, those things don't bother me. You can continue to refer to me as that, and I'm going to continue to refer to you as elderly, because I personally don't believe that you're in your 40s. I think you're at least in your late 50s, early 60s. And if you're not, that's what you look like. Okay. And I know women in their 60s that look younger than you, because you are who you are, and you are who you are on the inside. And the ugliness that you are on the inside shows on the outside. You don't look like you're in your 40s. You don't look like you're in your early 50s. And that's just my opinion. So I'm not going to bash you or look shame you. I'm just going to say that you look a lot older than what you are. And it has nothing to do with, you don't need makeup. I think if you knew how to do makeup, you would wear it, but you don't. I think you're too lazy to do that. I'm not, because makeup is my passion. But the point is that it's a very derogatory thing. And that night she made very derogatory comments towards subs only, trolls. Okay. She made very derogatory comments towards very transphobic comments. And that live stream is now deleted. So, oops, hold on. Oh, never mind. You guys can't see that. So I just think that she has shown her true colors in more ways than one. And I wanted you guys to see her for who she truly is. Now, I know that a lot of you guys already know, right? But these are the things that she says. These are the things that she does. And it's all self-projection, you guys. And she says this horrible things about so many people. And I didn't start this. She did. Hold on 1 second. There we go. Hopefully that'll be better. Okay. Let me know if I need to bump up the time too. I think it's for 30 minutes. Let me know if I need to bump up the time. So that is her projection. I know she's 40. That's just my opinion. She looks older than that. But if she's entitled to her opinion, then I'm entitled to mine. And I just don't, I think that who you are on the inside shows on the outside. And when you're that type of person that you resort straight to looks, and then you use a whole group of people to insult a person, it shows your character more than mine. So keep talking, keep saying that. The only person you're hurting is yourself. But And I'm talking about you're hurting yourself in every way because you're showing how you look at transgender women, and transgender women are women. And I know a lot of transgender women who are afraid to this day to speak out because they're afraid of being judged from people like her. So that's why the world is the way that it is today, because of people like her. And believe it or not, a lot of people think the way that she does. And I think it's important to always bring awareness about these types of things. And it just, once again, shows what a ignorant, hateful person she really is. But please be clear, if you've been watching this from the beginning, this didn't start with me. I am perfectly in my right to be transparent to the people who support me. And it shows you, her giving me super chats and how she's focusing on that, all of these types of things. It shows you where her motive was. She had a motive, and her motive was, let me give this girl some super chats so she'll never speak out against me, because she knows how toxic she is. She knows how problematic she is. And I'm sure that somewhere along the line, our mutual friend probably told her how honest I try to be. I care about the people who watch me. So, therefore, that is why she's doing all this. But let's be clear here. This didn't start with me. This started with her. And she is the one who keeps going on and on and on. And what I'm doing is debunking. And it's like, how many lies does this woman have to be debunked on before people understand and see her for who she truly is? I have debunked this woman on so many lies. It's sickening. The Science Girl has debunked her on so many lies. It's sickening. Makeup Mobster has debunked her on so many lies. It's sickening. The Kool-Aid channel, all of these clip channels, they have. It's like, how many lies do you have to be debunked on before people see that she's just a liar? She's the biggest liar on YouTube. Okay. So I will play the rest of this, and then we'll move on to Without a Crystal Ball. And then Without a Crystal Ball is going to be short. And then I'm going to put up, a vote. Thank you, Rianne. I love you. Thank you so much for the super chat. It says, so if Megamouth is so rich, why did she have to wait for her Vaughn payday to buy her son a car? That's true. If you're rich, you wouldn't have to wait, right? That's a good point. Thank you so much, beautiful, for the super chat. That's a very good point. I'm sorry there's trolls in here, you guys, but that's just the way it is. That's how it is. It is what it is. People are trolls. It's mostly her having people troll because she's pathetic and she doesn't have anything else to do with her life. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to play the rest of this for you guys. And then we're going to move on real quick.
Like I said, not my place to tell. So here I am watching you, promoting you, cheering you on, like I've done for so many other people that have fucked me over. Giving you super chats, $10, $20, $50, $100. I just gave you $100 the other night. You said, thank you, Molly. I appreciate that. I didn't know on that same day you were bashing me. When a new Patreon says, hey, Marissa, I found this person talking bad about you. What do I say? I always say, okay, fuck. Don't show me anything. I don't look. I don't care.
Do you want to know why that same day I was bashing you, Megamouth, the author? The reason why I was bashing you that same day is because you were told something in confidence and you made it into content. You were told that Ms. Letitia was in the hospital, and as soon as you were told that she was in the hospital, you went on live and told everybody when you were told not to say anything. And our mutual friend was upset. And at that point, yes, you sent me the super chat, probably to keep me quiet, which you thought that was going to keep me quiet because you think you can buy people. You can't buy people. You can't buy people's silence. But the point is that that's what you thought was going to happen. And that's why, you're right. I did. I said, she is a horrible person. She's a horrible person for turning something like that into content. Now, this was weeks ago, but that's what she did. Okay? So, just to let you know. That's why I said you're a horrible person, and there's many people that agreed with me. Just to let you know.
I go, but you're very sweet for trying to tell me. It's the first time I said, wait, what? What did she say? Like, oh, she was bashing you. I give you $100 out of the kindness of my heart. And last night, you made a comment and said that I'm a racist and that I buy Black women as a form of slavery. I didn't hear you say it, but everyone lost their ever-loving minds. Some people, you know, if they want to give me advice about certain people, I do try and give people the benefit of the doubt, but I do want to say I am not stupid, I am not blind, and no, I don't see anything. But I try to at least give people the benefit of the doubt. I knew Tiffany was a piece of shit. We all did. Come on. We all knew Tiffany was a liar for years. I never trusted her. I never trusted her. You know? But, hey, there's more to come with that girl. She's large and in charge with that drama. She wants that drama back. You know what? What's evil? It's not money is the root of all evil. It's the desire. It's how far you'll go and sell your soul for money. That's what they don't tell you. The love of money. Yeah, you can make some money on YouTube, but guess what? If your heart's not in it and what you're doing, and you're using other people's content because you lack personality, sense of humor, and you just don't have any charisma, so you got to bring down others, right? What? Molly, Tiffany doesn't know why you're mad at her?
Seriously?
I'm kind of disgusted. I'm just disgusted. She's a gross person. She's a very gross individual. And I don't care about her. But she keeps talking about how I'm putting out videos. You're damn right. They're on my phone. I'm going to put them out. I'm being accused of one thing and saying that this didn't happen. No, this is actually what my camera caught. Okay?
Bitch, I don't need you. Nobody needs you. You're nothing. You bring nothing to YouTube. You accomplish nothing on YouTube.
Okay. So I think you guys get the point of this woman and who she is as a person. Okay. So I think you guys get the point of this woman and who she is as a person. Okay. So my bad, you guys, I'm echoing. I think you guys get the point, and that's all I wanted to show you on that part. Just, you know, obviously there's more people that she has hurt or doxed or did a lot of things to, and the person that comes to mind a lot is Makeup Mobster because of the horrible things that she has done to her. She has swatted people. She has, obviously, you guys see that she false reports people. Like, I don't know everything that happened that day between her and Michelle because I wasn't watching, so I don't want to speak too much on it. But what I do know is it's a horrible thing to waste resources like that. Okay, to waste resources. Those times that you are calling the police could be elsewhere. You know, there could be people trying to get through to the police and they can't get through because of people like that. Going back and forth on the internet just because you don't like each other. It's absolutely ridiculous. Okay. I'm not going to show you much about Without a Crystal Ball because I think my content speaks for itself of some of the horrible things that she has done. I'm going to say vocally that when she first started talking about the Justice for Vaughn story, she was very, very much brought a lot of awareness, you know, and she worked with Mega Mouth and Justice for All, and it seemed to work out pretty well. And then all of a sudden, you know, she just started being very selfish, not wanting to share time. Like, of course, I don't think she ever went on Mega Mouth's channel. They both came onto her channel. she was also talking about Dre's looks when she didn't have to. She was doing the most, okay? And then once Ms. Letitia, Ms. Wynette, Marvin Sr. started seeing her for who she truly is, that's when the doxing started. She looked up their past criminal records. She brought up things from their past that has happened. Not all of them have criminal records, but Marvin Sr., I think she tried to look up Ms. Letitia. She put that out there. She just started doing the most. And from the moment that Ms. Letitia chose to part ways with her, you can't say that it just happened suddenly. It didn't just happen suddenly. It's not a coincidence. That was something that she, because her ego could not take that type of rejection, because she felt as though, I can't talk about a case unless I'm working really close to the family. And she just started doing a lot of horrible things. So I'm going to show you a couple of clips of the things that she's done, and then I'm going to have you guys vote. Oh, thank you so much, April, for the super chat. It says, I appreciate your calming voice regardless of the drama. I follow you because I think you're a genuine person. Thank you. Thank you so much. And you are beautiful. Thank you, beautiful. I appreciate you. Okay. That means a lot to me. All right. Let me bring up my content, which is going to be interesting to hear myself because I don't like listening to myself. I just don't. My voice is, yeah, this is a good one.
You know, she talks about apologizing, but I've really never heard her say,
For just $67, you can make as many videos as you want and you never need to pick up a camera or use any.
But obviously you guys seen the title, and I have been getting so many messages of so many people outraged, which I completely understand. She broke her foot 2 times, which I was the one talking about this case. If she was the one still talking about it, you guys would be saviors. That's just the way that it is. But Dr. Evil can walk around shaking knives at the camera. Exactly. That's messed up. KJ believes that men can be victims. I may not like where, and pause, and you can't finish a sentence without saying and. You want to know why? Because you're making everything up in your head to change the narrative and to change everyone else's. Let me guess. Maybe did somebody agree with an interview? Did they agree to an interview with you? Okay, did they blackmail you? Okay, probably didn't have to blackmail you, but did they agree to an interview with you as long as you changed the public opinion of her? Allegedly.
Of 2020, and they don't disagree that he caused a bruise on her when they were fighting over a phone. They don't disagree that he caused.
So let me give you context about this. This is Without a Crystal Ball. This is obviously me doing commentary on her explanations and excuses of why she was doing the things that she was doing to Ms. Letitia at that time. And if you have been around, she did the most. Okay, Without a Crystal Ball did the most. I'm going to show you a little bit of this commentary while I figure out how to do the vote thing.
Caused a bruise on her. They don't know, and they won't say how she broke her foot. When police go to the house a week later, they already know that there's a history of domestic violence with these two. So, is she violent? Yes. Is he? Maybe so. If he's admitting to police that he grabbed her.
And just to let you guys know, she's talking about Slay with Dre McCray and her husband, which is Marvin. And she's talking about in the past when Dre McCray, her leg was broken, and she basically told the cops that her leg was broken, but she didn't know how her leg was broken, but it was almost as if she was insinuating that it was done by her husband at that time. So they definitely have had a lot of calls to the police. I will say that. And this is without a crystal ball, trying to flip the narrative to change the public's opinion about Dre McCray and basically say that maybe Dre McCray was abused by Vaughn.
From behind, causing a large bruise on her arm, I would say so.
Okay. I am getting upset.
Hello. Okay. I just put out a couple things. First of all, I just want to say this. I'm staying out of my comments on these live videos. I'm not even reading them. So yeah, it's a lot easier for me if I don't pay attention to what you guys are saying. And if you have negative comments, I am not even caring. I'm not reading them. I just was getting some information, and first of all, I recognize that other creators have put out similar information, and I did not get this information from them. The information I got was from the same person that got me the call logs. Again, I understand other creators have put out the same information with their own spin, and I have zero spin to give to you. I have zero narrative to give to you. I just want to show you what's here, and you can decide. But 2 adults left their kids at home to go party in Las Vegas. I don't know about you, but even if it's a 14-year-old or a 13-year-old, leaving your kids overnight so you can go party in Las Vegas, completely irresponsible. And I don't understand why CPS wasn't called when the police found them home alone. I don't know why someone wasn't notified after the police found them home alone. I mean, that's literally the end of the call. The police find the kids home alone, and that's it.
So where are you getting your information from? Because you're so damn selfish, in my opinion, that you can't even say that you probably watched either Justice for All and Molly. You can't even say that, but you know damn well that's where you got your information from. You got your information from somebody else though, right? You didn't get your information from them. Even though they're the ones that put the information out there, but you didn't get their information from them. Okay. That's your story. I'm going to let you tell it.
I don't know if the kids left. I don't know if the kids lied, but they were in Vegas. And this apparently wasn't the only time this happened. This happened, apparently, according to one of her friends, frequently. And there's been a lot of narrative.
Do you have proof to back up that that happened frequently? Just curious. Do you have proof to back up that frequently this happened? Because in my opinion, you cannot just say that without any proof to back it up. And why don't you want to read comments Why don't you want to read comments on your Facebook page? Is there a reason for that, or what? Because I'm a creator and there are people who leave negative comments in my comment section. And if you think for 1 second, yeah, I may not like those. I may not like when people have a different opinion than me, or I may not like when people may comment in the comment section and say, oh, your makeup is, you think you're this or you think you're that, and your makeup isn't good. And do you think I give a shit? I laugh at them. I still read people's comments, even when it comes to this case. And when I do a video about this case, I may not agree, and people may not agree with me. That's the beauty of life in general and having conversations. And not everybody's going to agree with you. But the problem is that you delete comments that don't fit your narrative. Okay? You don't. Oh, thank you, Justice for All. I appreciate that. You're so sweet. But they have to fit your narrative. Lord fucking help me. Keep in mind, this was months ago, you guys. Months ago, okay? I don't look at him that way anymore. I think he is just as evil as his sidekick. Or he's her sidekick. Whatever. Otherwise, you're going to delete the comments. If people are leaving you comments, you probably should take some time to read them, negative or positive, because the more people that are leaving you comments, it might show you the truth about yourself. You know, like if somebody's coming into my comment section hating on me, that's one thing. But if they're giving an opinion to try to get me to look at things from a different perspective, I'll read it. And if I don't see it from their perspective, either way, I'm going to leave a comment and say, I disagree. I respectfully disagree, but I appreciate you commenting. Now, yeah, there may be rude people. I can understand that, but I just don't think you understand how desperate you're looking right now. I don't think you get it. I don't think you understand how people are looking at you at this moment because of the exact time that you chose to flip the narrative. It's not as if you did this all on your own. You did this when the family chose to part ways with you. So people are going to be looking at you sideways, and I just don't think you get it. And I'm sure people in the comments are probably saying to you, wait a minute, this doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. And you're right. We can't. And that's why, and it's going to be my first members only live, because I have to do members only lives too. And it's going to be trying to look at things critically when it comes to the Marvin McRae case, because you always have to look at things critically, and you always have to look at things at every single aspect. And I understand of you saying two parents. I get it. They're both parents, and neither one of them should have left their girls home. I don't think anybody's denying that. However, the videos out there, the loads and mounds of evidence that shows clearly, in my opinion, that there has been some very malicious things from Dre's side that we have all seen, including yourself without a crystal ball. You have told people how you feel. And now, and I'm not talking about you didn't wait a week, you didn't wait 2 weeks, literally the minute, okay, that Letitia and her family chose to not align with you anymore, the minute they did that, your opinion changed drastically. You didn't kind of slowly go into it or anything. You literally just went like the snap of your fingers. Okay, my opinion's changed. nobody's bringing up nay the MUA. But anyway, the point is that your opinion has literally changed drastically. And yes, Angela. Yes, sweetie. And it is so very clear. So people in the comment sections may be trying to tell you, they might be trying to help you. Like, hey, without a crystal ball, this doesn't look right. Like, you're literally trying to change everyone's opinion and pretty much make them unsee what you have already tried to show us. What you've shown us, you're trying to get us to unsee that. And you're sitting here saying you're looking at all sides now, but yet a reporter's always supposed to look at all sides from the very beginning. Like, and I know you're not a reporter, but the point is you think you're a reporter. So that's just the reality of it. You should have been telling both sides from the very beginning, but you're trying to show or tell both sides now. But now, to me, you're sensationalizing things and fabricating and lying. Okay, that's a little bit of commentary on how much I do not like her. However, I do have something to say. Eventually, I'm going to tell you guys, but I'm not going to tell you guys yet. Did that poll show up? Let me know if that poll showed up. Make sure you vote on the poll. So I'm going to show you a couple more things before we end this. Did it not show up? Good. Well, hold on. Let me bring this up first and then I'll fix it. It's hard to do a poll on YouTube. At least for me it is. So hold on. So this creator, her name is, excuse me, Nini Marie, and she is an amazing creator. I really, really like her content, and she definitely keeps everyone aware of Katie Joy without a crystal ball and what type of person she is. So I want to show you guys a couple videos. Some of you guys may have seen it already, but I think it's important to see this because I want you guys to be able to make a very, you just need to know how a person is, okay? Before, I know a lot of people do not like Megamouth, but Katie Joy is definitely problematic in her own way. So I'm going to show you guys this one first.
So you can see what I used to struggle with. Look at the before and after
and then I'll
photos.
fix the poll.
I swear by Vegamore.
I can't think of a more evil human being than Jeffrey when it comes to YouTube. I saw the hashtag justice for Vaughn, and I thought to myself, how could one mother of a Vaughn not help out another mother of a Vaughn?
Nothing good can possibly come out of this.
Hi. Say his name, right? Marvon McRae.
Come on, everyone, give the video some likes. Make sure you share this with other people and tell your friends.
Jesse Smith is in Utah. I'm not trying to accuse anyone of crimes. I'm not accusing anyone of any crimes. I want to be clear.
Oh, Vaughn does not want to be a Jehovah's Witness. If our Jehovah's Witness elders are somehow involved in this, could you imagine? I had a boyfriend that was a Jehovah's Witness, and he got excommunicated, disfellowshipped because of me. I haven't accused anyone of anything at this point. I just can't get this sinking feeling out of my gut that something that she did caused this. Now it's just going to be a push for law enforcement to see what all of us are seeing. She's one of those people that talks a lot and not everything is truthful. I would venture to say almost anything she said online was probably a lie. She will say something, but that doesn't mean it's true. I don't think she can remember all the lies. This is the hypocrisy of her. Ray's demeanor would look annoyed and irritated when the spotlight was not on her.
If you're trying to talk about your own life while I'm talking, you're not actually listening. I don't think that makes sense, but whatever.
I did post about the engagement today. Fuck off, Lizzie. Luca, do you want to fight? Who else wants me to say fuck off? Do you want to go live with me and fight? I'll fight you.
Who the hell pops off like that?
You piece of shit.
Shut up. Get the fuck out of my feed.
You're an idiot.
She gets really angry a lot on live too, I've noticed. Shut the fuck up. She gets really defensive if you ask her any kind of questions. No, I'm not on my second glass of wine. If you have a problem with people having a glass of wine, get the fuck out of my chat. She goes on and says, I'm not bothered, but then talks about it as though she's bothered.
I don't even care, you guys. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what you think of me.
I don't care if people don't like me. I don't.
I don't care if people talk about me. Keep talking about me. Please talk about me.
Whether you think I'm an asshole or not doesn't bother me.
I don't give a shit about what you say about me. I don't care what you think about me. Your criticism doesn't matter to me. And if you think and are so arrogant to believe that your criticism matters to me, you are sorely mistaken.
She also seems to have some sort of complex that makes her feel like she's smarter than everyone. I don't think that's standard practice. I know that post-trial, they can do those.
She has, in my opinion, this God complex, always right.
No, it wasn't approved that day. It was filed that day.
Everything.
Everything.
When I think of the 1990s, I think of like lava lamps, black lights, shag carpeting. That was not the 70s. Oh my gosh, that was not the 70s.
Narcissists can never be like, you can't tell them that anything, right?
I hate when I'm just trying to say shit and like people are constantly like correcting me.
You can't argue with a narcissist. You'll never win.
You can get names of people that called into police, but you cannot get names of people who called into CPS. No, it's not going to include their name. Mari, do you want to just derail everything that I'm doing right now and just make this so that you're right and I'm wrong?
You'll never, ever win.
I know all about him. Hi, Todd Chrisley.
People were saying, you can't trust Katie. She's going to say that you don't pay your taxes and she's going to sue you.
Oh, no. I don't pay my taxes? No, they're talking about Todd Chrisley.
I don't know.
That's because Todd.
I don't even know anything about that.
He just got convicted. So I did a case. I was doing his case, and he just got convicted.
Yeah,
so
wow. Okay. So
narcissists have a tendency to project, and obviously, you know, he was convicted of tax evasion and defrauding banks of $30 million. Yeah, he's facing 30 years in prison. People that are looking and viewing at your stories, you can see who's looking at you. I'm the kind of reporter that likes to be able to show you the evidence that I have. And right now I can't really show you anything.
he goes out into the field like I do.
I'm definitely not that kind of reporter. I just don't have that capability. I do not leave the house very frequently. I wanted to go to the Josh Duggar case.
I'm going to stay in my corner in my house and not go out.
I wanted to go to the trial, not because I wanted to hear about what he'd done. I did request the body cam footage. Who does that? Who does that? Someone said to me, like, I feel like I want the old Dre back. And I'm like, there was never an old Dre. You're seeing her now for who she is. There's a lot of videos right now of Vaughn that are out online of him in the hospital. I don't want to put that on YouTube. I don't want to put him in the hospital on my channel.
A few moments later.
So here's an example where she says that he is off the vent.
Her page.
She's touching and moving his face and then saying he's moving his face towards her when she's clearly...
Give the man some privacy. That is, nobody wants to be seen in that state.
No. I'm not racist. Remember, while you're on this platform, that every single person that you're speaking about is a human being. You have to be respectful of them. He has no heartbeat. He suffers severe brain injury, has no brain activity.
There's no brain activity. There has been no brain activity. He has no brain activity and no possibility of recovery. He has no brain activity. In the police report, it says no brain activity. The first time, no brain activity. They called a couple days later, still no brain activity.
He had no brain activity.
He has no brain activity, Ashley. He is not breathing on his own. No, he's not breathing on his own. Usually once they say that you have no brain activity, that's not considered what's a vegetative state. It would be that there's no brain activity. He had been without oxygen for a long period of time and he had no brain activity. When you have no brain activity, eventually what will happen is the brain will die and then you're considered brain dead.
Can you imagine feeling so secure in your life that you're a woman that has no medical training who believes that you know more than a doctor? My son's first genetics doctor, she was so awful. I'm pretty sure she had autism. So they set us up with this chick named Dr. We go into the doctor's appointment. She has this attitude to begin with, and she's basically like,
first of all, I don't believe that your son can have multiple medical conditions. I don't believe that any child can have multiple genetic conditions. And I just think that your son has a malformed brain and all of his problems are because his brain didn't form correctly. And actually, if you really think about it, he's brilliant given the way his brain looks.
my God. His older sister was born when mom was 14 and Vaughn was born when mom was 16. Letitia was not immune to the hiccups that handle having to raise two babies. She passed a bad check. She had to go to jail for a little bit.
He was in the shed.
Why is he smiling? Because he's a psychopath.
You know I'm all about that self-care life, honey, so I'm going to show you a few favorites from Ulta Beauty.
Oh, now I got Molly's phone number. We're like friends now. Okay. Oh, snap.
Another one bites the dust.
People keep saying, oh, well, she's going to sue you guys for defamation.
You're not suing anyone for defamation. The most expensive and hardest to try. And in your state, only 2% is seen by a judge.
Yeah.
My position here is that no matter who is involved, that everyone works together.
Okay, let's hey Trinity, please, I'm thank you so much for being in here. Can we do a favor and just stick here? Just so we know. I'm just trying to like, all right. As long as people can work together, that's really what matters and how you actually can affect change.
Without a Crystal Ball says, so this is interesting. I'm about to release a bunch of audio. My source wants to make sure that the content is released through me. Okay. I know you are going live tonight, which I think would be a good time to speak about the audio, but can you direct them back to my channel to listen to the audio in full? The source is being really particular about this, and I want to respect their wishes. Sure. You don't want Molly Golightly or Justin to have these recordings. Everyone,
that's
yeah,
hers.
we'll go over there and we'll listen.
Yes. So we'll go over there and listen. So
these people on YouTube are just so competitive and just so catty. We need to remember that this man is a Marine and he is laying in a bed in a vegetative state. This is not about money or competition or or a pissing match. That's not what this is about.
This right here, thank you so much. Shout out to Nini Marie. I will put her channel in the description. She does amazing content. And I think this right here sums it up of what happened between Mega Mouth, Jay for All, and Without a Crystal Ball. This shows you everything. And now that I have my own experience with her, Mega Mouth, my whole perspective on this is different, and I'll tell you guys afterwards. But I think that this video is perfect for you guys to see because it is two creators who are both competitive. Without a Crystal Ball wasn't the only one who was competitive in the situation. However, a lot of the things that she did was wrong. I'm not going to lie, but I'm glad that Nini Marie did this video because it's just like a full breakdown of Without a Crystal Ball and her behavior and how problematic she is as well. So let me, this is almost over, and then we'll discuss.
I'm not in the business of getting into drama between other creators.
One thing that Without a Crystal Ball had said, I guess someone had said, hey, Marissa put out a 30-minute crash course video. And she said, I don't think that this could be summarized in 30 minutes. I'm an in-depth reporter. Well, guess what? I am not a reporter. I'm not an investigative reporter. I am not a part of the press. I am a commentator on what I see, and I definitely try to help the situation and help get the word out.
There is a local news reporter now that's looking into it in Yuma. She was posting about that. So there's a lot of stuff in my posts from today that you can see. Do you want people to stop speaking up for Vaughn, or do you want people to stop talking? Would you watch that video and think that is someone who is stable? Just kidding. He needs to be treated with respect. That looks good.
Mashed potatoes. Thank you, Tony, from KFC.
The name Vaughn means hope. So let's make sure that we keep our hope alive for Vaughn. I cannot imagine how exhausting it would be to be married to a woman like this. Him to have sex with me and he was emotionless and I couldn't continue. Can you imagine telling this to your online friends? The contractions just wore out my cervix. These things have nursed to pancakes. There's nothing left after you nurse for 4 years. What the fuck?
how could anyone want to have sex with someone who's, constantly nagging and complaining and micromanaging everything?
I'm just trying to direct him, and he's just like, "What? That's illegal. Don't." You're like,
saying that you're a loser.
Stop it. You're so ridiculous.
Not very attractive, if you ask me.
No. My husband and I, we're all like, it's one pot. I don't care. Really, this is our only source of income.
I just try not to undermine my husband.
My family depends on my channel. So the settlement was his, they got from a surgery. I'm not going to say what the settlement was for, what surgery it was for. Due to sensitive issues around the surgery, I have been asked not to reveal any details about it. Something happened during a surgery that caused a lot of problems for him, and he had a settlement because of it. The info about the botched surgery was already put out there. Oh, the mother said it. Where did that get put out? I found out about that a couple days ago. So yeah, he in 2016, I think.
I try to do a pretty good job of fact checking the shit that I put out.
The mom said it last night. Okay. I didn't want to say it without someone from the family saying it. The surgery started after he wanted to leave her. Never had seizures before then.
This woman has more online content than I could ever imagine. She has been online nonstop 3 to 4 times a day.
I don't like to fight.
I'm always getting into fights with people.
I hate fighting.
Luca, do you want to fight?
It's like the opposite of my personality.
Sometimes I just like to say last names in a certain way because I know it'll like cause people to be like, you said that wrong. Like I like to say LuLaRoo just to bother it, like because it upsets people that I don't say LuLaRoe. But I love to purposely mispronounce it.
I don't pay too much attention to the comments because I don't want to get upset. I'm okay.
Try to not lose my shit.
Questions, you guys.
Perjury is a crime. Okay, first of all, if you're gonna accuse me of a crime, please learn how to spell.
Well, then, Linz, don't be here. I'll say goodbye to you right now. I'm not frustrated.
I'm not bothered, but then talks about it as though she's bothered.
I'm not frustrated. Overall, not feeling frustrated. No, I'm not frustrated. I'm not irritated. You didn't just get here. If you just got here, then you missed the whole thing we've been talking about. Okay, Bree, you've posted the same comment a million times. We're going to ask you to not spam the chat with this comment, although I appreciate the comment. Oh, it's because I'm a horrible person. I love you, Megan. I love you. Jail time. Yes, arrest me. You guys are so smart. You know everything. Y'all are being a bunch of Karens in the chat. Why are you being such Karens? I can't believe you're such Karens. You're so judgmentally Karen. Are they the Karens or am I?
She wanted to have more children with Vaughn, even though she knew that he had had a vasectomy. I mean, there's a lot of things this woman says.
The reason why he has a trach is because it's a permanent lung issue requiring long-term intervention. She also says mucus causes illness, when actually mucus is the product of illness. Mucus is a protective barrier. Thank you.
Yeah. She
claims the protein comes from the mushrooms. I don't think so.
You're a dumbass. Hey, oh, hey, oh no.
So the hospitals and CPS have other people that they have to work with as well. So obviously Vaughn is not their only patient. She then starts saying that he's having seizures all the time. And like clockwork, she knows exactly when the seizures are coming, which is really wild. Like, how many of you know anything about epilepsy? It's like she knew seizures were coming even before they happened. I don't know anyone that has, I mean, I do know people that have epilepsy. I don't have any personal experience with it, but I've never heard of someone being like, every 45 minutes, I'm going to get a seizure. She says, my son is epileptic and I can tell by his reactions when he's going to have one. Okay, well, that person knows I'm sorry, your son has epilepsy. It sounds like it's very individualized.
They're not getting any. Okay. So
already been sending CPS the videos of the kids and that such, but
what?
I don't know what these stars are. Like, Facebook just gave me all these stars and I don't know what they do, but people keep giving them to me. So thank you. That's wonderful. I don't know what it means. I don't know if it means that you're giving me love. I don't know if it means that I get money out of it. I don't know. I thought everyone hated Mark Zuckerberg. The millennials and the Zers, I thought they were all on Instagram.
she puts you on Block Island.
Talk about what they need.
My son is just happy I'm not talking about Josh Duggar for 5 minutes. My son's always like, you're talking about that guy again.
Yeah.
There's no other reason I can think that someone would do this stuff outside of them just being damn evil. Maybe he's a wounded bird. Maybe he's a narcissist.
Notice how she's got the red eyebrows and like the flames. Like she wants to look like the devil.
Yeah.
Fuck off, Lizzie. I hope you like, fuck off, Lizzie.
On every vacation at a verbal home, there's someone like you.
And then I was thinking, like, how sad.
Love that. Love, love, love. I was literally just sitting there watching that like, wow, she's such a great, wonderful creator. And most of the videos that she does is on Without a Crystal Ball. And she just does such an amazing job. Like, I wish that she could actually do one on Megamouth. That would be great because she's just amazing at what she does. And I will put her link in the description. Please go subscribe. She's absolutely amazing. So she did such a great job. I was laughing my ass off. So I think in a nutshell, that kind of shows you how problematic Without a Crystal Ball is. I think I've always tried to, whenever I am speaking of a creator and whenever I bring awareness on a creator, I always try to look at the positive side of them too. And the thing is, Without a Crystal Ball, she does have good work ethic. I can say that. However, her family depends on her for her channel. But she just does, I'm not going to lie to you guys, she does a lot of problematic things. You've seen the things that she was saying about Dre. And as soon as you see how insensitive she is, just pretty much giving people no hope, just basically setting it straight of there's no chance of him ever coming out of his coma. She's very insensitive. She has been in multiple lawsuits and counting, because I'm sure she's going to be in more because she continuously does the same thing over and over and over again. However, Megamouth. I think with Megamouth, There's a difference between the two of them. And I think the difference is I really truly feel that Mega Mouth is more dangerous than Without a Crystal Ball. That's just my opinion. Now, I want to see the vote and where it's at. So hold on, let me bring this up really quick. But that's just my opinion because it's just, I think it's more or less the, why isn't this coming out? Is that, oh, never mind. That's right in front of my face. Okay. Right now, Mega Mouth is winning 63%, and Katie Joy is 37%. Now, this is you guys speaking. This isn't me. You guys are speaking this. So the majority of you, this is what you believe. You believe that Mega Mouth is worse. And I agree. And the reason why I agree with it, let me take a screenshot so the trolls won't try to sit there. And I'm sure there's a way that I could show you guys, but I'm going to do it like this because whatever. I don't know how to do it the other way yet. Okay. So, hold on. Okay. Close that out. Okay, so that's just what I feel in my opinion. And the reason why I say that is because now let's do a comparison here. So when I started really bringing a lot of awareness about Katie Joy, there were people in her comment section that were saying, they're going to find my address. Okay. However, nothing has ever been done about that. They didn't do anything yet. I don't know. She might have looked. I don't care. I've always told them, do what you do. You just better be careful because I do have the financial means to take things legally. So as a creator, always remember this. As a creator, if you're a creator in here, whatever, just always remember that no one has the right to have open season to your private life. Always remember that. Now, I know that it takes, and that is what people like Mega Mouth count on, because it takes a lot of money to take people to court civilly. It takes a lot of money to take people to court and, you know, get an attorney. You have to do all of those things. I mean, you could definitely represent yourself, but it's a lot of work and it's still money. And it costs a lot of money to do that. However, it would be worth it for people like Mega Mouth, in my opinion. So the things that I have watched Without a Crystal Ball do over the years, she's the reason why I added commentary to my channel. I'm always going to tell you guys that, because when you add commentary to your channel over one person, that's pretty bad. But what I will say is that Without a Crystal Ball, I've watched her slander creators. I have watched her slander Tati by saying horrible things about her husband and saying that her husband, pretty much in so many words, she insinuated, she might as well have said Tati's husband tried to murder his mother for the inheritance. That's horrible. And it's not true. I think she was on life support, and she's saying that he pulled the plug just for her inheritance. She said a lot of slanderous things about Tati, 7M, even Todd Chrisley. Regardless of the fact that Todd Chrisley is having his own legal troubles, that doesn't exclude the fact that Without a Crystal Ball has said slanderous things about him as well. She has said slanderous things about, obviously now, Miss Letitia, Miss Juanette. Katie Joy not only attacks creators, okay, she also just attacks private citizens that have nothing to do with social media. She's very relentless with her attacks. Like, she will literally continuously go on and on and on and on and on, and create content and continuously tries to hurt people. And it's a mob mentality, and she knows that. She creates echo chambers in her chat. And she literally, when she speaks something out publicly, she knows, okay, she's not dumb. Okay, she's a smart she's a smart woman for the most part. So she knows that her audience, her supporters are going to follow suit, which is why she publicly announced that she was asking Miss Letitia for a refund. A lot of people say people have asked Miss Letitia for a refund prior to Without a Crystal Ball announcing it publicly. But guess what? Those people who ask for refunds from Ms. Letitia are not public figures who have a huge platform of 200,000 plus subscribers. There's a difference, which is the perfect example of how you have to be responsible with your platform. If Without a Crystal Ball wanted a refund, she could have easily did that privately. She didn't have to bring it public, but she did. Okay, she has done a lot of things to a lot of people. Okay, so moving on over to Megamouth. I think with Megamouth, the reason why I think she's more dangerous is because she's very, how do I put this? She's very, very, I feel like she's more vindictive than Without a Crystal Ball. And I also feel like with Megamouth, she takes exploiting victims to a whole new other level. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that Without a Crystal Ball does not exploit, because she definitely has. When it comes to certain cases that she has covered, which she covers more like, the Duggars and things like that, but she has covered a few cases. Even with the Duggars, she exploits that family. She has like 700 videos about that family. Okay. She exploits that family. She exploits. But with Megamouth, she exploits to a whole nother level, to a point where she becomes very dangerous, because she will literally get on her channel and relentlessly attack, people. And the way that she relentlessly attacks is she's very open with, we have all your information. She literally admitted to doxing my moderator. And also with Megamouth, she's way more damaging with her words than Without a Crystal Ball, in my opinion. And the reason why I feel like she's way more damaging is because to say hate speech towards transgender women, the LGBTQ plus community, even if Katie Joy did feel that way, I don't think that she would ever go there, because she's smart enough to know that could ultimately ruin her. And it might not like anytime now, but it could definitely happen in the future. The internet is forever. And I just feel like with Megamouth, I do think that she's more relentless with her attacks. And I think that she is more honest about her attacks too. Like, she will definitely straight up say, oh yeah, I put your house on as my thumbnail, but no one would have never known if you hadn't said anything. So you're admitting to doxing people. You're admitting to going real life. You are literally online with your words being very, very damaging by saying derogatory things, saying Black people can't swim, saying all of these types of things. And I just feel like her words are more damaging, because no matter what anybody says, sometimes words do hurt. And even though Without a Crystal Ball, she is definitely damaging with her words too, I think it goes to a whole nother level with Megamouth, because she does not care what she says. I feel like there's no filter with her when she says the horrible, awful things that she says, the racist things that she says. There's no filter. But at least with Katie, there's some type of filter before she speaks. She slips up sometimes. She does, Bill Yee. She slips up sometimes, but not to the extreme that Megamouth does. I can tell you right now, without a crystal ball, would never ever say Black people can't swim. She knows better than that. She might insinuate to it. She might say, well, some Black women don't swim because of their hair or something like that. But she would never just blatantly say they don't swim. She would never be on the phone with a family member, okay, and let her family member just blatantly say the N-word or blatantly say homophobic slurs. She would never let that happen. Now, there might be some times where she may slip up, absolutely, but she's definitely more aware of what comes out of her mouth than versus Megamouth. Megamouth thinks she's untouchable. She doesn't care what comes out of her mouth. It's nothing. Anything can come out of her mouth and she doesn't care. She will slander you. She will talk about you. She will talk about your lifestyle. And that's another thing too. Megamouth is also very vocal about, ha 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 ha, I'm rich. I have a Gucci bags and I spent $500 on Gucci bags and nobody gives a fuck but her. Okay? Nobody gives a fuck. But without a crystal ball, she's more subtle with her bragging. You know what I'm saying? Like she's more subtle with the, I'm better than you, but I'm not going to say straight out that I'm better than you like Megamouth does. Megamouth is worse because she doesn't care what she says. She's mean-spirited. She thinks she's untouchable. She's foul. Absolutely. And Without a Crystal Ball does too. Without a Crystal Ball definitely thinks she's untouchable. That's why she continues to be in lawsuits. See, the thing is, Without a Crystal Ball, she doesn't care who she slanders. You know, she'll slander people that have millions of dollars to people that may not make as much money. And I think with Megamouth, it's a distinct group of people that she targets. And it's victims, families, and it's also people that she thinks will never do anything about it when she slanders them and relentlessly attacks and swats. That's what she counts on. And Without a Crystal Ball, that's where she's not conscious at all. Like she literally will talk about anybody. And it's definitely her own stupidity, in my opinion, because when you're talking about, people like Tati and slandering them or Emily Baker or, people that can actually take you to court, she's not conscious of slandering them. And that's where she thinks she's untouchable. Where you have MGL constantly attacking people, calling people junkie channels, while you yourself have had problems with substances. So I feel like that's the reason why I think that she's worse, because there's no filter. She doesn't care what she says. I think she's the type of person where she will literally relentlessly try to attack you, to trigger you, to get you to say things, to get you out of your character, to get you to that moment where you just lose it. Okay? And Without a Crystal Ball, I think it's more about just, she slanders whoever. She doesn't discriminate. She slanders whoever, from people with millions to people with none. Does that make sense? Okay, it says M also makes fun of disabled people. She was putting down one of her former Patreon members the other day who has fibromyalgia, was awful, mocking her for being bedridden. Exactly. Like there's Without a Crystal Ball, in certain areas of things, she's way more classy about things and handles things a little bit differently. Whereas MGL, she has no filter, but she definitely picks a certain group of people to attack. And she makes sure that the people that she attacks, in her mind, because of her stereotypes, Okay, because she stereotypes people, she stereotypes Black people, she stereotypes a lot of people, and she also thinks that she's the most richest person in the world on YouTube. She thinks she's the richest person on YouTube and can't be touched. So because of that, she will constantly attack people, and she literally thinks that, well, I'm just going to be honest with y'all. She could seriously look at me and say, well, she's Black, she don't have that much money. If she didn't think that, then why is she constantly saying, I gave her $100. I gave her $100. You act like I give a fuck. I was appreciative towards it when you gave it to me. Okay. But you constantly talking about $100, $100, $100. It shows your motive. It shows your character, not mine. Okay, it shows where you were coming from and why you gave me that $100. And it's almost like you look at it like I should be grateful that you gave that to me. But I've had people give me over $100 in super chats. You're not the only person that's giving me super chats. You chose to give me super chats. Nobody made you give me shits because I don't ask people for shit. I appreciate it from the bottom of my heart because it goes to my channel and it helps me create better content. It helps me create better visual, all of those things, technology, everything. But at the end of the day, I try, and it's one of my mods say this, I try to let my content speak for itself and hope that you guys like it, no matter how long it is. So in my opinion, and hold on, let me show you guys. I don't know where it's at now, but I'm going to show proof because, you know, people like to see proof of things, right? She just went on a rant about Black people and little people yesterday. Yeah. And also, I remember that there was somebody on her panel. Her name is Queen Tulsa, and she's been in the chat. And I don't always agree with everything that Queen Tulsa says or does. You know, that's just, I don't. And I'm sure she might not agree with everything that I do. But when Queen Tulsa was on her panel, she was expressing her opinions and how she felt about things. And she was talking about how Black people can't be racist. The thing is that everybody has their own opinion about that, and I understand both sides of it. But the one thing that happened was when she was kicked off of Mega Mouth's panel, the one thing that you heard Mega Mouth say is, well, the reason why Black people go through police brutality is because they always run away. They never comply. They always run away. That is absolutely a stereotype. Like, there's no filter with her. You know, it's blatantly obvious how much her racial tendencies show. Okay. And I think with people like Without a Crystal Ball, she's way more conscious. She's way more conscious when it comes to things like that. Before she says things like that, she definitely tries to make sure that she does have a filter when it comes to those things. How is everyone watching from the reads going? You need a snack? More haterade? Yes, if I can find it, I'll show you. It's when she kicked her off the panel. Tia, I'm so glad you did this live. I haven't watched KJ and not familiar with her. This gave me more insight. My vote is Mega Mouth is still the worst. Amen. And I'm going to show you guys just to show y'all what it is, you know, because that's what I do. Let me share my screen. There we go. Okay. Let's get up the poll. Here we go. I'm sure it's probably more now. It's probably way more now. Whoops. I don't know why that always happens, you guys. Okay. I probably could have showed it another way too, but this is, why can't I make that bigger? it says Megamouth 64%, Katie Joy 36%. So you guys have voted, and I'm going to look one more time to see where it's at. Okay. Right now, hold on. Let me back out of this real quick. Okay, it's still the same. So it's 63% and Katie Joy has 37%. So you guys have showed that in your opinion, you think that Megamouth is worse. And I agree. And the reason why I agree is just because of my experience with her. I think everyone has their own experiences with people, and I understand if people say that they think that Katie Joy is worse, and I think most people that would say that it's because of their experience with Katie Joy. I think for me, it's my opinion that I do personally think that Megamouth is worse. I think she is a very toxic, horrible, evil person. I do think that Katie Joy is toxic as well, and I will always continue to cover Katie Joy on my channel and the problematic things that she does. But right now, because of the things that I've watched, you guys, and we're going to end it on this, and maybe I'll do an open panel tomorrow, but because of the toxic things that she has done thus far and the things that she has said about me, doing hate speech, derogatory comments towards transgender women, Black people, it's horrible. I think she's just a very horrible person. I also think that she's definitely a lot more trashier than KJ. Can you guys seriously see Katie going on somebody else's panel that she didn't like and showing her breast? Can you? No. She wouldn't do that. I think that's, there's probably a lot of things that Katie says behind the scenes, but overall, I just think that when I compare the two, and from my experience and from the horrible things that, and I don't even know Megamouth that well. I don't know her, nor do I want to, and I never did want to get to know her. I just wanted to be cordial and keep my distance from her. But what happens is that sometimes if you don't perpetuate people's narratives, and I think she thought, let me keep giving her super chats so that'll keep her quiet, because I'm an honest creator, and I'm very transparent, and I also think that's why she kicked me off her panel in the beginning, because there are people that I've spoken with, not even just our mutual friend, but just people that I've spoken with that are like, hey, why don't you, work this case with Megamouth and Justin? That's a lot of exposure for you. It's a lot tougher. It's a lot tougher for Black creators to thrive here on YouTube. That's a fact. And I'm going to do a video again about that too. But the point is that yes, it would have been, but I think she is the type of person where she wants all the attention. And she knew that if I was talking about that with her, of course, in a lot of ways, I would have related to a lot of the things that Miss Letitia has endured throughout her life. And I don't think that Megamouth wanted that. I just don't think she wanted that. I think she's the type that wants all the attention. People are supposed to kiss her ass to get along with her. And if you're not kissing her ass or paying her, she ain't paying no attention to you. And she keeps walking around here saying that I said that she buys Black women as slaves. Get your head together. You have zero intelligence, because that's not what I said. Okay. What I said was, I'm not for sale. Okay. And Ms. Letitia is not for sale. And she's not your slave. No, she's not. I didn't say that you buy Black women as slaves. What I said is, because of your mentality and the way that you think that you can just buy people, okay? That you can throw people money and that's going to keep them from going against you or speaking their mind about you or anything like that. And some people that may work, but for others, it doesn't. And I'm just that person. Yep, I am that bitch. It's not going to work with me. And it never would have. Okay? I'm surprised that your friend Goose didn't tell you that. Thank you so much, Chris 10K, for the super chat. Have loved your content since day one. I love how you sincerely care for your mods, subs, members. You are refreshing and a badass. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. That means a lot to me. Oh, I love your picture. You are so pretty. Thank you so much. I like looking at people's pictures. You are very, very pretty. I'm late. I hope you'll make use of this ish on my channel. Absolutely. Absolutely. Make sure you guys subscribe to the Kool-Aid. He does clips. She does clips, excuse me, and it'll stop you from having to go and give that evil creator a view. So definitely subscribe to Kool-Aid. Absolutely amazing channel. All right, so that's pretty much what I would have to say. I've never said a lot of the things that she said, but I'll admit to the things that I have said. And I just think that she's worse. And it's because of my experience. Okay, so keep in mind when you come into my chat and you're talking about things that you have no idea what you're talking about. And another thing too, be more aware of commenting before you watch the whole entire video, or at least make sure that you're skimming through certain parts or whatever, because you're always going to get it wrong if you're not watching the entire video. And what I constantly will continuously say is that I am the type of person where I've never claimed to be a spokesperson for Miss Letitia. I don't speak to Miss Letitia privately. I have never spoken to Miss Letitia privately. I do think that there are some things that could have been different, that could have been done differently with Miss Letitia. And there are some choices that Miss Letitia could have made, but I definitely think that she was exploited in every way, shape, and form. And I know Miss Letitia is a grown woman and there's things that she could have done differently, but I really think that the person that should be called out the most is Megamouth, because, well, that's a different story for another day. But that's all I really have to say about the situation. You guys voted. Your vote pretty much speaks for itself. I know a lot of you, some of you will probably disagree. When you catch the replay, let me know what you think in the comments. You might disagree. But just because I feel like Megamouth is worse, and like I said, this is because of my personal experience with her. Just because I feel like she's worse does not mean that I'm going to stop talking about Without a Crystal Ball. And it does not mean that I don't think Without a Crystal Ball is problematic. Hopefully one day she changes her ways. But the point is, I just look at Megamouth as probably one of the most dangerous creators I've seen, because she does not care what she says. She does not care how she hurts people. She does not care how she relentlessly attacks people. She doesn't care what she says to her audience. She doesn't give a shit about anything but herself. And she's just the type of person where my experience with her personally has been very, very bad. From the very beginning, the very, very beginning has been horrible. And always keep in mind that we did have a mutual friend that also said a lot of things behind the scenes as well, and tried to get me to see her perspective on things, and tried to get me to see, oh, Molly, she's a great person and she gives to charities and she was bullied in high school. If you were bullied in high school, okay, then why people who are bullied in high school? I was bullied relentlessly. People threatening to cut my face up, threatened to get jumped, all of those types of things every single day for 2 years. So that means that I'm going to bully in my adult life? No, because you know how it is. But she bullies for content. She bullies to trigger people. I truly wish that Michelle would not react. But I know that that's hard when you have people constantly pressing your buttons, constantly, purposely trying to trigger you. I get it. So, and it's hard to hold in your emotions. It's hard to hold back when somebody's pressing your buttons constantly and picking on a painful divorce that you're going through, picking on the fact that you lost a baby 20 years ago. That's something that you never get over, you guys. Picking on those types of things and triggering people, that is disgusting. You got bullied. That should stop you from wanting to bully people. It should make you a better person. It shouldn't make you worse. So I refuse to believe that the woman got bullied throughout her life in high school. I don't believe it. I believe she was the bully. I believe she was the aggressor. Because she continues to be the aggressor now. She lies so much, it's sickening, you guys. I have never seen a woman lie so much and flip and turn and twist things. And it's just like, lie number 10,565 I'm about to debunk tomorrow. Like, it's ridiculous. How many times do you have to get debunked on your lies before you stop and say, hey, this isn't working for me? Whatever. So thank you guys for being here. We've been here for a while. This is a pretty long live stream. I appreciate you guys interacting. Thank you for voting. Well, one good thing came from it. I found and subscribed to you over a month ago from one of her lives. People are here for a reason or a season. Absolutely. I 100% agree. And I prefer quality over quantity, and I will forever be that way. She has tried to break me in every way, shape, and form, and nothing she has done has ever worked. And because I'm unbreakable. I just am. What I will say is, and I thank a lot of you guys for being there for me and sticking by me. Okay, I will, Kesme. Sticking by me through everything. I appreciate you guys all for being here. I love you guys. Thank you for the super chats. Thank you to the 2 people who joined the Glam fam. I'm going to be doing some members only live streams very, very soon. As soon as the trash takes out itself, okay? Because some people have memberships that are now trolls and cyberbullying for their leader. So we're just waiting for them to clear themselves out. And we're going to be doing members only live streams. Please do not forget. And I'm going to start putting it here in the chat. Make sure that you're subscribed to both of my Facebooks, which is, if you're a member, the Glam Fam, and then also my other Facebook, which is Teaya Symone. Okay. So that's where I'll be updating you guys on all my true crime cases and makeup lives and live streams and stuff like that. So thank you guys for being amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for hanging in there with me through all the technical difficulties. Thank you to my amazing moderators. I love you guys. We missed Dave today. I'm sure he's having a good day though. Thank you guys just for being you. Make sure you hit the thumbs up because it does help put your video through the algorithm. And make sure you subscribe before you leave if you haven't already. And I love you guys. Thank you for all the super chats as well. I'm humbly grateful. So thank you guys. Love you. And I will see you guys tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Wednesday? I'll see you guys either Wednesday, but for sure Thursday for true crime. Love y'all. Deuces. See you guys tomorrow. Bye.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gonna feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I got eyes in the back of my head, I'm seeing. Take me for granted and you know I'm leaving. I'ma take what's mine with the webs I'm weaving. I could take this crowd from seeing to believing. Got a taste for blood and my tongue keeps bleeding from the words I spit. So sharp, so freezing.